I think we're live now.
Alrighty.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Napkin, Arnarman, and Tara. I'm sorry for being a little late. OBS had a mind of its own. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Oh. I think everything's good. Ooh. Like,
Cool.
good. What's up? Hey, Ranger. How you doing? Ooh. Hello, everyone. We have a cool stream today. A little break from Night Rain. Is audio good? We have Sir Awesome here in the stream today. Say hello.
Howdy, everyone.
Do I need to turn them down? Are they too loud? A little bit down? Okay. Co-op stream? No, not a co-op stream. Hi, Casey.
That would be fun to go through the expanded mod in co-op, though. I haven't tried it with multiplayer.
It would. We'd have to do our own private servers. We would get banned.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Alright, I will turn them down a little bit. Alright, talk now.
Hello? Do I sound okay?
Is this better, y'all? Or does it need to be just a little bit lower? Better? Alright.
Cool beans.
Alright, well, with that in mind, you think a tiny bit more? Let me just go to filters. I'll like get rid of the gain here. Those. Alright, what about now? Talk, good sir.
Hello, how do I sound? Sound any better?
Is that good, y'all? Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. Would you say that's good enough? Or a little higher now, a little lower, or like that's perfect now?
Yeah, how do I sound?
Hi, Tara. Hello, welcome to today's stream. Hello.
As long as I'm not overbearingly loud.
Volume is good. Alright. Alright, I think we're good then. Hello everyone. Hello Tara. Hello Ranger. Hello Casey. Hello Jabbington. Hello Napkin. Welcome to the stream, and everyone else that is lurking right now. Hello, welcome. Today is going to be a very, very cool, interesting stream. We're going back to Demon Souls temporarily, just to show off some really cool stuff for any Demon Souls head out there, or anyone who likes to see some good old cut content. We have the mod creator here, Sir Awesome, the creator of this mod called Demon Souls Expanded, plus their expanded version of that called Demon Tower, which like makes changes to the Nexus and whatnot. And he managed to get the 6 Archstone stuff that he did to actually work without crashing. He's done a lot of really cool stuff for it to make it really cool and whatnot. It's still in the works, not ready for public release yet, but what you're about to see here will eventually be released to the public sooner or later, give or take changes. So what you see here might not be the final product you'll see when you're able to get your hands on it. And even then, even when you're able to get your hands on it, there will still be changes in the future as well, probably. So do keep that in mind.
I plan to constantly update this as long as I can.
But with that in mind, we're going to get into the this stream for tonight. We are going to be doing a little changey. So as I play through this mod, Sir Awesome here is going to want to share their screen on Discord and show off some map studio stuff for Demon Souls with the cut content and whatnot, which is really cool. But yeah, for anyone that is here and has showed up, welcome to the stream. You're in for a real good treat. Enjoy your stay, grab some snacks, and enjoy some cut content that's been modded into the OG Demon Souls. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. Either I or Sir Awesome will be able to answer them if there are any Demon Souls related questions or whatnot, whether it's cut content or anything else related. That being said, the first major change that you'll see for anyone who's new to my stream, I am going to be ending stream after showing off the shenanigans, Casey. It's going to be, I think it'll be like a good hour or two of streaming with this, and then after this I'll probably end stream. If you wanted to hang out after stream, we could, but howdy Blue. But for all the new people here who have not watched my previous Demon Souls expanded playthrough, this little part of the Nexus was updated. Sir also made the stairs a lot more easier to go down, thankfully. Before, it was a real hassle to go down. With that in mind, look at how cool this is. This is all modded. Originally, you would not be able to go underneath the Nexus, but this is just so cool. He had like this cool like water, like floating water effect, which is really cool. It works really well, honestly.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. I wanted to give it like the impression of like an inverted tower, or like that Nexus was actually like part of a tower that went further down. And I just wanted to like pretty up like each little archstone, like give it its own little nook instead of just on the like rounded pillar stand, which I do love that original idea. I just wanted to like give more to like explore in the Nexus.
I really like what you did with all this like upside down stuff as well in the distance. But yeah, everything you see here is modded into the Nexus. Pretty much a bunch of Tower of Latria stuff reused as kind of like a pillar to go downwards. Because if you guys don't know, actually, the vanilla Demon Souls, where the middle part of it is, there's actually just a huge tunnel pretty much that goes all the way down to where the old one would be. Which is like that cutscene you see where you'll fall through. So kind of changing that to be like something you can actually traverse down kind of like fits in a way. It's really cool. But yeah, so being able to go down here, the way that the mod author Sir Awesome did this was each archstone you'll be able to actually go to one at a time. So like going down one level, you'll get the Stone Vein Tunnel with its own theme of like, you know, mining and hogs and, you know, minecart stuff like that, which is really cool. And then a little elevator here to keep going down.
Which, funny enough, those are actually the same levers from Stonefang itself.
With a little soul on the side too. I think that's the Archstone sword, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that is.
Here on the lower level, you will be greeted with the Shrine of Storms Archstone, which not as decorated as Stonefang, but still has some stuff there to be like, hey, this is Stonefang Tunnel, which is some really cool stuff. Or not Stone Fade, Shrine of Storms, my bad. If you go more over here, there'll be the Tower of Lachia. Again, decorated with its own stuff to be like, oh yeah, this is stuff you'll see when you're in the level. Which again, really cool stuff.
Yeah, if you look up slightly, you'll see some hanging people in chains to kind of bring about the that whole like Lachia prison thing coming in.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And then if we go down even further, we will be greeted with the last archstone, the Valley of Defilement. Again, greeted with what would be in the level to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to be like, which is, again, really cool concept. Really like that idea. Hello, Sriram. I'm doing okay. How are you? Hey, Larry. I'm doing okay. How are you? Welcome to the stream, everyone. Enjoy your stay. We are going through some Demon Souls modded content with the mod developer. And now, if we continue going down, 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 even further, this looks exactly like downtown Brooklyn. You were here the other day. Nice, silly chili. We are greeted with the 6th Archstone, the Land of the Giants, cuts from the game entirely. Here you will see stuff that, again, you'll see in the game itself. No, Larry, this is actually something completely different. We're going through some modded stuff that the Sir Awesome here managed to fix that we can now show off to all of you as like a little treat before you guys get to play yourself, which is really cool. And if we go here, we should be able to actually teleport to the Land of the Giants with Sir Awesome's vision of cool stuff to make it really nice and awesome.
I'd like to preface this, but there's a lot of like not working AI, but it's a lot more working than it was before. No AI would target you or be interactable, at least to like a degree. But I've at least put back the basics of the AI in. So there is dummy polys and damage points on a lot of them now, but the Crystal Golem I really wish I could have got working. Yeah, one of my favorite things I added. Good old dragon form.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be dragon forming throughout this area. So if we go through here, it's awesome y'all making this, yeah. Some cool stuff you'll see that Sir Awesome here added was the big ass fucking crystal guys from Dark Souls 1. And cut content enemies. Look at this guy. He is going crazy on me. What the? He can't hit me. Kinda. Oh, there we go.
Yep, that's my little testing playground.
Oh, they actually ragdoll now. Oh. Oh shit, that's like they had like the same death animation of the old hero when he dies.
Yep, that's exactly right. It's the same exact animation.
That's really cool. They actually ragdoll too. Last time they didn't ragdoll, so that's new. Did hell their god.
Yeah. We gave him a proper burial.
Yeah, literally. I think this guy yeah, how much do you do? None.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think his fists have dummy points on them. Either that or they can't actually reach you. I'm not sure which at this point.
Big. Does he does have health bar.
Yeah, they do drop souls too. So I actually got them to actually drop souls.
4,500. Wow. And here we got a bunch of cut constant enemies here, and Dark Souls 1 enemies. I see what you're trying to cook here. The crystal guys for this area. Yeah. I see it. I see the vision.
Yeah, I was cooking a little bit on that because I got them to import flawlessly. They work pretty much no problem.
And I compare them. Nice. We got the snake archers here. Cut content for Demon Souls. Do they actually shoot? No.
Sadly, they do not. The lizard ones are probably the least complete out of all of them.
But But it's cool you actually got them to like, in their agronomy, they're trying to attack me. They just can't.
Yeah, that's what the T-posing was actually like trying to hit you, but he can't move or do anything. So he's just T-posing at you vigorously.
Another cut enemy here, the owl. Really cool stuff. And this guy also, everything else here except for the, oh, you actually attack. Looks like a middle school disco. True.
Yeah, I don't know if he can actually damage you. I don't think he can. But a lot of his animations are still there, even as wonky as they are.
And then he has the Dragling voice, which is really pretty weird to hear. This guy has pure muscle. Jeez Louise. We got the cut owl, which would have been a mage owl with really cool stuff. They don't aggro, which is fine. I wonder what kind of magic they would have done. And they when they die.
I'm still digging through the files to see if there's like any like particle effects or like anything tied to them specifically.
But Wolf Boy, no damage, but that's pretty cool. This guy looks really cool. Oh, that was a quick ragdoll.
Yeah, a lot of the enemies that were cut had so many cool ideas to them.
Did you just change the Dragly texture on this guy?
I think it's a texture that's tied to the map that just kind of overlaid on the Dregling. It's either that or it's tied to the NPC ID I gave to him, so it like overlaid a different material on him.
It looks really funky, but it's like cool.
He's like almost rainbow metallic. Reminds me of like the, what was it, Ultracite or something from Fallout 4? It was like a rare material or something. It was like a rainbowy color.
Something
Maybe
like
I'm
that.
thinking of something different. But yeah, it's something to do with like a chromatic layer it's putting on him or something.
I think it fits, honestly. Makes him looks like he's, you know, part of the snow environment in a way.
Right.
Bro,
See, I really
yeah, exactly.
love this cut snakemen because they're literally a 1-to-1 of the Whaddup from Kingsfield 4.
Oh.
Like, I think they're pretty much the same model. Maybe slightly tweaked for Demon Souls, but they're basically the Whaddup.
Right. Yeah, he's going ham with me. Only the T-pose. I can lock into you on. You actually attack me. What about the assassin here? No attacking. It's fine. We also got this NPC here. Don't know what she would have been, but her cloth moves. I didn't even realize, or whatever the fuck is like.
She's got worms coming out of her is what she has. It's like infested worms. And
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure on the internal file because I'm still reading them in like Japanese and having to like convert them. But I think it's like filthy woman or like I don't know. It has to like connotate with like being infested.
Yeah, I don't think it's filthy because there's filthy woman already in the files of Valleys of Defilement, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's real. I didn't realize she had worms on her like that. That's
yeah,
very
that's
cool.
a detail I don't see many people point out is that she actually has like parasite or like worms coming out of her.
That's interesting. Down she goes. Well, that was a lot of the cut content stuff. Hots, thanks. That was a lot of the cut enemies and horde enemies from Dark Souls 1 over here, which honestly really cool. This whole building normally wouldn't be here either. Why did I kill her? She doesn't do anything. She'll be fine. She'll respond. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. She got to visit an Archstone.
But with that in mind, we can now kind of move forward, look around, see what's been added around. We got 2 more cut NPCs. This guy, which I'm pretty sure has been, for what people have determined from the cut content, is he was supposed to kind of like of like Pursuer, he would have hunted you in a way. If I recall correctly. Like monster girls though, including snake girls.
Monk.
We have this guy with a monocle. Don't know what he would have been like. He doesn't have any animations either. Just that, so.
I do find it odd with their inclusion, like their NPC like character design, his and we were saying like the worm infested lady, they're in line with Demon Souls art, but it's also so far different from everything else in the game.
It is.
And being the land of giants, I don't know how they would have fit them in. Like maybe they would have been like NPCs you talk to, or at least he would be. I know the lady has attack animations, but that could just be like in retaliation for like, you doing so much damage to them. But I have no clue what they would have done.
I think the thing is discounting the Maiden in Black and the Baldwin brothers or whatever. Most of all of the characters kind of like have a face that seemed like it was generated from like the face generation kind of thing. Whereas these guys, like you clearly cannot get these faces from generating with the facial generation when creating a character. That's I think that's why they look so different. Because like, oh yeah, doesn't seem like a guy I can just recreate myself. Like this is clearly like a different art direction in a way. So I get that. Yeah, interesting stuff. Where should I go first, left or right?
You could follow that cliff along the side. There's a few small encounters here and there. You'll also notice there's more planarians about. A lot of the map that you saw last time, almost all of them were dummied out. But there's a lot more that are object files, because they mixed object files and enemy files. So you'll see the planarians in an object form, which will be like a stony texture, and then you see the actual like enemy model, which is like fully textured what it should be.
Yeah, this is interesting.
And I wanted to leave those in and undummied because it gives you an idea of what their paths were. Like, it gives you a better idea of where they were traveling.
Oh, I was worried, but I was like, okay, that explains it. So these statues would have been like their pathway to what would have been. Yeah.
Because I know in the Lua script file, like, it calls for a lot of these planarians to, like, move from point to point. And a lot of them are object files. And like I said, a few of them are enemy files, like the ones that are shaded different. And it's almost like some of them were meant to be non-hostile, and some were supposed to be hidden in the group and like secretly be hostile.
Like ambush you.
Yeah. Because I don't know if you'll see them on this map or not. They I know they're in certain points, but they'll be like, they're the same as these guys, but they got a big head like full of like teeth. And I think those ones were supposed to be like the ambush ones.
Yeah, this is so. Yeah, they just had this whole pathway. Does the pathway ever loop, or does it just go to an endpoint and then they're gone?
The whole map pretty much loops back around on itself. Basically, if you hug the right-hand wall, you'll eventually come all the way back around to that ramp you came out of. I will say, before you cross that point, there is an interesting spot with an event. See that lone one right at there? That lone one? I would walk up to him first, on your left.
Oh,
yeah,
hey,
look
right at you. That's cool.
He's kind of all by his lonesome.
Is he attacker too?
Ain't that sick?
That is awesome.
He doesn't have damage polys, but he does have the animations.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, they're big, man.
Yeah, they're massive. It really fits the role of giants. Like they as an NPC 100% have like fit here perfect.
This just tells me that FromSoft has always had a fascination with adding like giant enemies and bosses for you in Fire Giant 0.5. Yeah.
The funny thing about these Yetis and the Fire Giants, like having like mouths in the center of their stomach, I'm pretty sure is based on a folklore creature, and they're basically headless giants, and their mouths are in the center of their stomach. I cannot recall the name of what they are, but I almost want to bet that the Yetis here and the Fire Giant were based on that.
Hello, Napkin. Welcome back. Yeah, that's honestly really cool. And here's more path traveling for the... I forget what they're called. They just look like mimics to me.
Yeah. In the script files, they're called planarians.
Yeah, planarians. There we go. Planarians. That's such a weird... See, when I hit them, I also see their head grow big, too. I looked it up
once, and it's something really interesting. It's very fitting, but if anyone wants to look up planarian, it's like an actual term. Yeah, see how when they flip their, like, when they flit out of existence like that, their head, like, expands?
Expands, yeah.
It's like a second phase, or, like, they have certain script in the Lua that calls on them to, like, turn into, like, an ambush version.
That's where I was from initially.
Yep. See, you've pretty much seen everything in the main area. Where that Yeti was, if you keep following that ice sheet path, it'll come to a building, and there's something special in there.
All right, I'll be there in a second. I'm exploring the right path now. I see Yeti wolves. Flatworms. This would have been a fucking goofy encounter and a half if they actually did damage. I'll definitely go to that building in a second. 'Cause I can get to the building from the top, so I'll definitely do that in a second.
Yeah.
I want to see everything you added over here. Because I'm like, I know you added stuff over here. I know you had to.
I did. And you're heading right for it, too. You will eventually hit it if you keep hugging that wall.
Looking like the final fight of Twilight Eclipse, haha. No, this is so cool so far. And honestly, the owls here, it just makes you wonder, like, what would they have been? That's actually the one thing that
I feel like they would be akin to the mind flayers in Latria.
Maybe. They also have that really cool armor that kind of spews of Shrine of Storms. I think this is one of the enemies that never actually really had a return to future Souls games, like owl creatures.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I don't remember any owls in the Souls series for the most part.
And it's such a cool concept too. I'm surprised it didn't return back. They look sick if they do. What is that? Bright light? Is that the sun? Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
I'll go there in a second.
It is.
Jesus. Okay, this is new? Yes.
Yes, that is definitely new.
This is cool. What's back here? Nothing. Your stumpy little tail. Yeah, I got my little stumpy tail. Hey, Skit Cat. Can I go for this? It really looks like I could. Guess I have to go up or right because there's like a
yeah,
little,
you can reach the other side though. You'll have to go back down and around, but you can definitely go up there.
That's so Demon Souls to tease you another area.
Looked at where that overhang is, that's a shortcut back down to here.
That's such a tease. That's so FromSoft. What game is that? Demon Souls. Exploring some cut content. Jesus Christ, that sun is so bright.
that is brighter. I've never noticed that, to be honest. I may have accidentally changed the light setting somehow.
This is OG Demon Souls. Yes, thank you, Cashon.
Just modded and expanded cut content.
Alright, I'll go back down. I will go this way now. You said from the Yeti that I fucking destroyed.
Yeah, just kind of hang left.
So I'll go to the left of him and kind of just go from there. Oh shit, how did I miss this last time? What the?
Because of the fog.
Yeah.
The fog actually hides a lot of stuff.
Pretty much.
And that's a really neat idea they had too, was to like hide like enemies and buildings in the fog.
Also probably would have helped with if they were able to implement this fully. Probably would have been a lot of what do they call it? Culling? Calling out stuff to save up on memory. So is that the Dragon Slayer for Berserk? Yes.
I was gonna say what the main problem for the memory expansion on why it requires an e-boot at the moment is the map piece and collision are all one third. In the original map, like the untouched version that's not modified, there's a nav mesh file that is the entire size of the map, a map piece that is the entire size of the map, and a collision piece that is the entire size of the map. And it overloads basically everything because there are thousands upon thousands of vertices trying to be loaded. But yeah, that is something special. He's very tough, so be careful.
Tough, you say?
Well, you should have been tough.
What does he drop?
I forget parrying is the thing.
Avarice, Iceborne Soul. Okay.
I wanted to do something a little special for you.
Avarice mention confirmed. Thanks, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
For all you've done for me, I wanted to do something just a little bit special.
Well, thank you. I was not expecting that. Damn, that's supposed to be me, and I destroyed myself so easily. What is this?
To be fair, I would like you to bring up your stats and show them what damage that thing does.
Yeah, here. 582 damage. No upgrades, no nothing. It's just the raw fucking damage. Like,
raw.
It's a shame the remake didn't add Northern Limits DLC. The remake didn't need to add it because it wasn't Miyazaki. It was Blue Point, and Blue Point is not Miyazaki. So I disagree with that.
The vision wouldn't have been there.
Is there a reason no modder finished the actual level? You see many modders do insane stuff for other Soulsborne games, but Demon Souls literally got nothing. Is it due to having no PC port? Yes, it's a couple reasons. It's because there's no PC port, so you're modding on a game that's still being emulated by an emulator, which still has the emulation limits of the PS3. And two, Demon Souls is spaghetti code, and there's not much info to really like mod this in an efficient way that is like easy enough to just spend a good half a year or more to put stuff together. Sir Awesome here is one of the few people actually taking time to learn and actually do stuff for this game, which is really cool, honestly.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it took me a good year of just brute forcing it to like figure out how everything like somewhat worked, and I know for sure I still don't know everything. I guarantee there's a lot more I don't know that I'm missing that could probably fix a lot of the stuff I'm struggling with. But it's one of those things where if you have the determination and you take the time, you can definitely learn it.
Was this sort of Dark Souls 1? No. The Guts Berserk Sword wasn't added until Dark Souls 2 or 3. I know it's in 3. I don't know if it was added in 2 though. Best you got for Dark Souls 1 was this Wayhander. 2? Okay, yeah. 2 is when we got Guts Greatsword. I'm intentionally skipping the drop down. See, you got, oh shit, you got the whole gang squad over here.
Yeah, I kind of want to like have a hierarchy where like the higher up animals kind of have like guard dogs and stuff.
That makes sense. The NPC sword. Oh, the NPC that I destroyed.
Oh, that was a custom model. I mashed a couple of different models together between the unsealed sword that I had made and Artorias' sword, and kind of like mashed them together.
Is the data mined Land of the Giants? Yes, canon. This is Land of the Giants, data mined and modded in with a lot of custom content. I hope you enjoy watching. As you were saying, I apologize.
Oh no, you're good. I even kind of forgot about what I was saying. I'll be honest.
These enemies having like their own, like kind of like controlling the animals around them.
Oh yeah, like a hierarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like I kind of feel like the bear warriors at the very least would be like almost a mini boss or like a sub boss kind of like enemy. And the lower hyena, I almost see it as like the hyena warrior, like the red hyena warrior is like a lower on the totem pole, and then even then you've got the like the actual animal wolves.
You know, this is, I think it's a cool idea. I think it honestly fits having the big burly wolf dudes kind of have like smaller wolf minions. That's very fitting, I'd say. Cool concept.
Yeah, that's a lot of what this is just ideas and just stuff I've been throwing around in my head to add to it, because like we said before, there's really not a whole lot here in the cut files. There's one big old map and it's all one piece, and it's kind of why it crashes so much, and it's really not accessible without the modified e-boot. But at the same time, I don't know what their vision was going to be anyway, so I kind of have a little bit more creative freedom in that to not hold me back.
Oh,
but
another
I don't
Yeti.
want to go wild.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's sick. Also, that's what we were talking about. It was the sword, the sword from the embassy I killed. They're asking what it was from. That's what
yeah, it was a mashed model between a custom sword I made and Artorias' sword from Dark Souls 1. So they were partially right with the Dark Souls.
Yeah. Fair enough. So
Oh,
I
no.
felt the collision. No, it's fine. Honestly, I think it's cool because it gives you just one big playground to kind of like make a whole new level in for the first area. Of what could
Yeah,
have
there's
been.
like so many cliffs and stuff that has collision that's just left untouched.
So like you could add you could make a whole ass like reuse the assets from World 2 and some from World 1 and kind of like make something cool out of it. Or even like, I don't know about reusing assets from other Archstones because it wouldn't really fit. But you do have Blender. So it's like, I could also see like maybe importing stuff from Blender for custom models as well to add on to it being a cool idea as well. Although I don't know how well that would work.
Yeah, I haven't really done too much like map. Like I'd say I'm pretty proficient at like weapon texturing and stuff at the moment, but
Yeah.
I haven't really tried my hand at like map texturing. So I'd really like to take some of the landscapes that you see in the out of bounds areas that are like the it's just like kind of like the background scenery stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to take some of that and like add like a snowy kind of filter on it, or like maybe paint my own snow over it and use that as like custom like map meshes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, this is some really cool stuff. Did I get to the part that you dreamed about already, or is that in the second area?
There's actually one more spot before we go all the way down the right hand where you were going. If you hang, or you're gonna have to cross the ice sheets though.
I guess should I do the drop down now? Because that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
like, I have to go back.
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. You can go. Yeah, you can just go straight across here. Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
That'll probably break though, I think.
Yeah, it does. So like, this isn't gonna. I wonder if you had anything here. You feel like this is the true essence of an open world game that isn't used, where you can literally go anywhere without needing items or story progression. Yeah, honestly, fair. I'm surprised you didn't do anything for this area yet. This could also have a lot of potential as well in the future.
And that's kind of why there's some stuff blocked off, because since I do have Blender, like you mentioned, I'm planning about, since that cave roof shouldn't really be there, I'm gonna try and cut that out and make it like more open and connect to the top of the map.
Yeah.
And it'd be so cool to get like a way down there. Yeah, right? It'd be so cool to get down there. But I did a little trick. You know how you can see that from here, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a hole in the center of the map on the other side of that. And you can go down in there with new structures I put in. So it kind of makes it feel like you can go there, but you're not actually going to that spot.
That's cool. So this isn't accessible right now, but maybe in the future.
Yeah, that's not accessible, but maybe in the future. But for at least right now, I can give the illusion of going there, plus an actual like new area you can go to, like and actually explore.
That's cool. It's like very cavern-y too. Also, if you're able to somehow figure out lighting too, you could do a lot of cool stuff with this, honestly.
Lighting is probably one of the next big things. Like once I get all the crashing figured out, I really want to pretty things up. Like I want to get rid of those ugly black textures that you can see when you turn around in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that I want to get rid of because they're just placeholder at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I really need to get into texturing and lighting and really pretty things up.
I could just go through this. Bet. Okay. Oh, you did add an enemy down here. Okay.
Yeah, there's so many little nooks and corners in there. I could add so many little things.
This guy does a fair amount of damage.
Oh wow, he does.
Yeah. I'm just like showing him off right now to the viewers. I think this is
oh, no, you're good.
This is a cut enemy from the game. Alongside very many, who's actually for the most part kind of works for the most part. Probably missing give or take a few animations, but for the most part.
Oh yeah. Before he was the first one I tried DS Anime, or I think DS Anim Studio on. But I restored quite a few of his attack points because before he wouldn't do any damage to you, period. You still can't lock onto him, which is kind of sad, but I did a lot of work to actually get him to actually hit you and do damage.
Yeah, that's really cool. He actually ragdolls properly. Oh, and then he has the old hero animation death, and then ragdolls again. Kind of funny how that happens.
That is funny how that happens.
He's like ragdolls and then teleports. Oh, and then back to ragdoll. Yep, making this cool. All right, we're successfully on the other side.
All right, so from where you're at in that little four-way, if you go out the north side.
So just forward.
Yeah, just forward out there. Yeah, you can follow the lines of planarians across the side of the cliff, and you can see where I'm talking about with that sinkhole.
Yeah, I'll follow that. But thanks for the follow, Infatuated. I appreciate that. Alright, I'll follow the... God, there's so many. Oh, there's two. They intersect. Oh, wait, no, I saw the model clip through the snow for a second there. Hold on.
Yeah, I'd be careful. The edges of that are really wonky with collision.
I'm following the right planetarians, correct?
Oh yeah, you're going. Yeah, you are running right along the sinkhole.
And then it goes up to like that cliff that I fell off and died at, right? So, is that cliff the sinkhole you're talking about?
The little walkway, or that structure you just passed to your right, that goes down into that hole in the ground.
Oh, here. Oh. So the planetarians go down here as well.
Yeah. There is a doorway there. I forgot. On the other side of where you're at, there should be like a stairway walkway poking up from the ground. It goes down underground. Yeah, on your right there.
Oh, I'll go down.
Yeah, that's a whole part of the map that normally has nothing in it. Both those structures are from the second map that's cut.
Yeah. This is really cool. Okay, this is awesome. Why is my guy built like Godzilla? It's the God Dragon. What do you mean? I mean, I guess God Dragon is just Godzilla, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, these structures go like deep down into like a underground cavern that is kind of mimics the one you saw underground earlier.
The one from that drop down that you can't access yet. Okay.
Yeah, this is right behind that, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's right behind that.
You imagine these torso enemies would act similar to the caged hollows in Dark Souls 3, where only some of them would be hostile and you'd have to look carefully to see which ones attack. Any thoughts?
Oh yeah. Now I know what they're talking about. Yeah,
the planetarians, torso enemies.
Yeah, it's kind of like the ambush attacks we were talking about. Like they would hide in a group of them, and there'd be like planetarians that don't attack you. They're like non-hostile. Oh, that's not good.
I was not ready to die.
Well then, I wasn't ready for you to either. Oh no.
I can try again.
Well, that you pretty much saw what's down there at the moment. There's really nothing else down there. It's mainly just those two structures that go down. I do want to add some really neat stuff down there, like some shadow lurkers or something.
And fix the death barrier.
And that too. Definitely need to fix that.
The gut sword looks sick. Godzilla. True. Alright. No, cool stuff. Alright. Let's keep exploring around here.
Yeah, the last area is where that, just before we went down there, what you pointed out was that lower area where all those planetarians were it looked like where they were congregating.
Yeah. You have encountered the wrath of Miyazaki. Fair.
You aren't supposed to be here.
That's what this stream feels like. This stream feels like you're not supposed to be here. There's not supposed to be stuff here, but there is.
I tell you, whenever you like boot up the map with just vanilla, it feels like such a liminal place.
I agree. Seeing as how I kind of got to play base vanilla for the most part on the last Demon Souls stream we did. Actually, seeing like now that I have a fresh memory, like mind on what the base maps are supposed to be, and seeing everything that you that you added is really cool. You just joined. This looks like a favorite dream. The back room, right? Correct. Yeah, Demon Souls back rooms, everyone.
Spot on.
I'm not missing anything else yet, am I? If I go on the kind of like on this other side here where the drop downs are, there's nothing crazy.
No, I don't think there's anything crazy. You'll come up to a doorway that you can actually open. And on the other side of that, if you hang right, it'll go back to that other drop down with that hyena warrior that you met earlier.
Oh, here. Oh, I was trying to figure out how to get here. Is this guy going to turn this into a game we can play? Correct. This is just a sneak peek of it. If you guys are a Demon Souls enthusiast and you love seeing this concept being restored and modified to like with cool stuff to actually be a playable level, then definitely give the mod a checkout. It's linked in the description below. The mod developer is Star Awesome. They upload this to nexusmods.com. And this isn't out to the public yet, but eventually you guys will also be able to play this as well. This is kind of just like a sneak peek to anyone out there that kind of likes Demon's Souls. And it's like, hey, you know, look at the stuff that's going to be coming out soon. It's really cool stuff.
And if you can't wait, there is a tutorial to access the Northern Limit on the PS3 emulator. It's a bit of a process, and you do have to download tools to do it, but it is completely feasible to access the Northern Limit on your own.
Just if really difficult to mod.
Yeah. It's very difficult and tedious. Yeah, that's why I want to preface that.
Yeah, old, outdated, tedious. So keep that in mind. Like, you know, this is really cool. I did miss stuff. This is like the whole other structure I wanted to explore. Oh, wow, you did a lot. Damn, this is awesome. Okay. Is this a drop down? I feel like I'm gonna die if I drop down here.
Yeah, I think you might from that height.
This is a cool wall.
Yeah, the artwork this is from the second map. It's a map piece from there, but they have some really neat artwork, like just carved into the walls. And if you look, they have the almost similar like portrait on the candle holders. I think they're they're supposed to hold fire in them.
Yeah, no, that's...
And this is stuff we'll never see. We never see in the game. It's so pretty.
I wonder what the lore behind this was supposed to be.
Yeah, like, is it a mural telling a story? Like, how the Northern Limit was made? Or, like, their gods? Or, like, what is it?
Right? Death? It looks kind of like the Reaper in a bit. But, yeah. This is just a schizophrenic lizard running through some hollowed back rooms, true. That's rad. Can't wait to try it. Yeah. If you have the RPCS3 emulator set up, then you should be able to, you too should be able to play this mod in the future once it's released. And you have it again here. Oh wait, no, this one's different.
Yep, there is another area down there. But yeah, that one's different as well. The other one had like a sun in the corner. That one looks more like it's almost like it's a bird and its wings are coming down.
Or is either like a bunch of flames or a dragon, yeah, or a spider,
or a vortex of spirits, maybe.
So, I don't know, but it's really cool. Looks like a dragon.
Oh, I do kind of see the dragon. If you see that center point is like its head.
Yeah, I saw that too. Kind of like maybe some dragon god things going on here.
Oh, that would be neat. If they had like all the the historical like archdemons they had back in their day.
Yeah,
like as like portraits.
This was the land of the giants. Maybe Dragon God at one point was supposed to be in the land of the giants, but then got cut and put into the Stone Vein Tunnel. This is none of what I'm saying is accurate or true. It's just like a theory. Like, what if that was supposed to be?
Yeah, we're just tossing ideas at this point. But that is so neat. It's odd to have a dragon there though. So I mean, your explanation would kind of be like in line.
Google says it's the old one. Oh, this could be worshipping the old one too.
Oh, I can see that too.
I can see that too. Yeah. Oh, do you see? Oh, look at the bottom. There's like people on the bottom or something.
Oh, those are. It looks like they look like figures or like maybe people.
It looks like they're like kind of in front of it, like either they're worshiping it or looking at something, whatever this is supposed to be. That's really cool.
I'd also like to get a better texture of the frame because it looks like there's words in the frame. Like
Does
that's
it?
Not just it's not just like leafing or something. That looks like words or runes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Worshipping a fire deity. It could be Dragon. I kind of see Dragon God in this a bit on like the top head part. I don't know why. I'm curious about what the bosses here would be. You wonder if Miyazaki has mentioned it in any interviews. Nope. Reminds you of the TARDIS and the Well of Souls from Greek mythology. Oh, the Tartarus.
Yeah, kind of like a well of souls, or like your spirits kind of like congregating or forming around it.
Yeah. Also, hi, Duck. That's really cool, though. That's sick. Damn, I never, even with Lance McDonald's video.
I didn't even notice that until
that.
just now.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool stuff. Okay, so if we go over here, there should be stuff we can, yeah.
Yep, you can climb the cliff from there.
What's underneath here? Oh, invisible wall. Got it.
Yeah, I didn't put a ugly black block there yet.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no, this is sick. I'm looking forward to what all more you have to add. And I haven't even seen everything yet. Everything you've added, so. You know, I'm stoked. This is really cool stuff.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of this is bare bones at the moment, but it will be filled out with hopefully items and enemies you can actually interact with.
I would unironically watch that. Ginger.
Yeah, for sure. Any more lore or new information? I'm all for it. That's almost like a better close up right there.
I was thinking that too. I was like, but we can't see the whole thing. But yeah. This is like a better close up for sure. It's very interesting. This one is different. This one looks like the sun again, like sun in the middle. I can see I can see it totally. But yeah, that's some really cool stuff. And this is drop down. So let's see what else.
Yeah, I think you can either choose to drop back to the very initial area of the map or drop back down to where that hyena warrior was. So yeah, that one's different.
Yeah. This one looks like death or just some cloaked figure. It's really weird. And then again, there's people in the bottom. Yeah, there's people in the bottom again, kind of like worshipping this figure. Actually, these kind of look like the Phantoms with how their models look.
They kind of do.
It looks like souls floating up to the sun. Sun and moon.
There is a sun and a moon. Sun on left, moon on right.
Actually, yeah, there's like a crescent moon on the right and a sun on the left. Yeah.
That is very interesting. I never noticed that.
Yeah, there's people on the bottom. Or figures on the bottom. Worship. I don't know what the fuck Miyazaki and the team are cooking up here, but it's pretty cool. That's sick. And then we go up here. And this would be just another drop down, but I can survive this one. Watch me die. Just I can kind of go to... Can I roll over this? Yes. I was hoping I could. Okay, I kind of want to see what's over here now. Hold on. I roll back over this. Perfect. It symbolizes being Lord of Flame, or darkness with a crown in the middle. Moon on the right and the sun on the left. Oh shit. Also, oh shit. Oh, there's another underneath to this. What the? Can I like access that?
Yeah, I mean, the collision should be there, but I don't think the wall of the cliff will let you go there.
Yeah, no, there's an invisible wall going on. What's up, Bunger? Welcome to the stream. Enjoy your stay. Wait, what's happening? Hello. Would someone, either Star Awesome or a regular, like to give context to the new viewers?
We're in cut content that is also modded. for the 6th Archstone. Right now we're on map 1, and he's very well out of bounds at this point.
It is the Land of the Giants 6-1 modded in. Oh, this is out. Oh, it is out of bounds.
I was gonna say you are quite a ways out of bounds on that one.
I broke your map. He's gonna shove a baseball up his ass. Miyazaki follows biblical theme of surrendering your souls. A lot of these murals seem to be surrendering their souls to different deities. Deities? Do you see deities or deities? I say deities.
I think it's deities. Deities.
Oh, deities too, yeah. Deity. This is cool. Honestly, this is out of bounds, but like it all has collision, surprisingly.
Yeah, there's collision all the way up to the point of where the map, like the visible map ends. And there's so much I could have done. That whole section you're running through right there is, I think, at least the size of the tutorial map, just in that little valley you're in.
Yeah,
like from the
much.
edge of that valley all the way to where you entered there.
You think that's what happened to the Storm King and the rest of the Necromancers? They sold their souls to a deity? Or gave up their souls? I think that could be very viable. Why they Diddy, chill out, bro. I think that's why like they're skeletons now. That once human beings, now skeleton demons. That's some good theory crafting. Yeah, this is really cool. So this is everything now, yeah, that I've explored?
Yeah, pretty much. The only thing you haven't explored past is the door.
Alright.
There's a little wooden door. Should be in the bottom of the second valley. It'll be on your right.
I broke your map.
Oh no!
I'm stuck
You
here.
fell into non-existent collision.
You finally beat Dark Souls? Nice, Tony. Yeah,
I wonder if you can load back in. It should put you back at the very beginning.
I don't want to risk that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Probably shouldn't load.
I have an Archstone. Alright, we're gonna go. We're going back. Don't worry, guys. For all the new viewers here, you get to see some of the more cool modded stuff in just the base game, such as me dying.
You took the quick way out.
Yeah, I did.
I might want to put a handrail in there.
Let's see, where is... Did I pass? I keep passing it, aren't I? Yeah. Alright. So, other than all the Archstone stuff getting changed, you can see the Nexus here, for all the new viewers here. Custom Nexus. It is just the singular Archstone, which is Boletaria. You could also
and then once
access...
you unlock that, it goes down.
Yeah. You can also access the tutorial, again, which also restores the cut tutorial through here, which is also really cool. Also, hi, Ophelia. I'm not going to be showing the cut tutorial. I've already have gone through it in previous, my playthrough of this mod originally, so... You gotta wake up early so you can't stay up, but you're just popping in. Fair enough. So if I go down to here into this custom Nexus area, look at this, guys. Look at how beautiful this is. Sir Awesome here is definitely cooking up some custom ideas for Demon Souls. Like just the whole like spirit wave water effect going on here is really cool. And like being underneath the Nexus. Basically,
Pull me out of the kitchen and not let me cook so much. I can spend days doing this.
Yeah. Fucking R&D this shit. Basically the whole underneath of the Nexus is kind of like its own way of presenting each Archstone. Boletaria being on the top because that's like the main one. Go down to first level, you got Stonefane Tunnel. Again, themed around the Archstone, by the way. Really cool stuff. And each Archstone is kind of like, as you keep going down, and they all have their own themes related to the Archstone, which is really cool. I've already shown it off earlier, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna just go back to the 6 Archstone Land of the Giants. Reminds you of the Ash Lake from Dark Souls 1. Fair enough.
Hey, someone kind of got what I was cooking. I really do like just the visuals of Ash Lake, especially when you first enter it.
Yeah. Here's the 6 Archstone area, by the way. Really cool stuff. Here's the Broken Archstone for the Land of the Giants. Then we're gonna go back. You've been watching a lot of Jacksepticeye recently and overdosing on lore. Fair enough. Jacksepticeye's in the Demon Souls?
Yes, he is. I actually watched, like, I think it was his last playthrough he did. But man, he knows quite a bit about Demon Souls too.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, so we'll continue to the last part of the stuff that our modder here, Sir Awesome, has added into the game. He's done all except Dark Souls 2, fair. What's the game? Demon Souls Blade. Has anyone taken up modding to Elden Ring maps? Similar to Convergence, but full overhaul. This looks cool, but because the game breed's so old, it looks dated texture-wise. I disagree with this. It's just because it's cut unfinished content. That's why some of it looks outdated, and some of it looks, not outdated. Because if you play just base Demon Souls, it holds up very well.
Oh yeah, the Cut Northern Limit, especially this section right here, you can really see it in the texture work. Like the roof is awful.
Like this is just all, it's cut early. Why is it cut?
Yeah, this has never been worked on.
It's cut because Sony said, FromSoft, hurry up, or we're not releasing this game, and cutting it. Sony pretty much had From Software on a time limit, so that's why they had to cut off this whole Archstone. Jacksepticeye, yeah. He's only missing Dark Souls 2 and Sekiro, nice. Yeah, but yeah, Ginger. There's been a couple modders who have done like very, very minimal changes, not overhauls, but there's definitely a couple mods that like add new stuff to the Roundtable Hold, like a whole basketball court and stuff like that. And like overhauls that don't add new maps but change all the map stuff around for like Limgrave and Caelid and stuff, but nothing that directly just replaces all the maps entirely with completely new maps. Nobody has done that. That's very ambitious. It would take a whole team of modders to get together to do that. But I will say, Sir Awesome and I have been talking about this. It is very possible with a team of developers who are passionate about Demon Souls to get together and pretty much do all of Demon Souls into Elden Ring, including all the cut content, and being able to work off that. And it would be actually viable because it's not on the emulator, but it would definitely take a lot of modders to do it.
Yep. I think the biggest part would be importing the maps and Collision and converting them into Elden Ring's asset system, or how they have it set up, and the importing of the models. I'd say the armor models and character models will take the most time.
Yeah, because animations and whatnot. How do we get down here safely?
If you follow that around to your right, it should like ramp back down shallow, and then there's a doorway you can walk through.
You think you saw a mod for Dark Souls 1 that added a Tony Hawk skateboard minigame? Is that real? Leaders, can the movesets and bosses, etc. work? Yes, it can work. The thing is, the file types and data that Demon Souls uses is still being used to this day for Elden Ring files. Like the file extensions that are being used are still being used for Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, Dark Souls 1. I think the only one that doesn't really use all the newest stuff is Dark Souls 2. Or not the newest stuff, but reuses stuff is Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, most of the FromSoft games use the same kind of asset and like style. Most of the file formats pretty well all the same. Um, Elden Ring's slightly different because they use like assets as well as collision and map pieces. And their DCX compression is slightly different, but for the most part, the way they have the game set up is they found the way they wanted to set their file system, and they pretty well kept it. Yeah. Maybe refined it, but pretty well about the same.
Same engine. I don't think it's the same engine, but
no, not same engine, but same system they use.
Yeah,
the way they built Demon Souls, Dark Souls, they built them kind of the same.
Yeah. So being able to port stuff from like Demon Souls or Dark Souls to Elden Ring isn't viable. It would just take time, but it would definitely would work. By the way, here's some more custom content. So this is cool.
This little door event. This is actually, that door is from the cut test levels.
Really?
Yep. Normally it's a two-way door, but the way they had the event written in didn't work really right. So you'd end up closing or opening the door twice. Huh. So I just kind of tweaked it a little bit to where it's just a one-way open door.
Fair. Another cool idea is if modders could get night raid movement into Elden Ring, but you know that'll cause issues with collision and traversal of the base map. Like imagine playing Duchess to Bully Margit in Swallowman. That would be pretty cool. Alright, here's some more custom stuff here. Really cool. I'm loving the ideas you have here. Kind of like a little mini boss thing going on here.
It'd be really neat to also add like a damage modifier to the enemies here, where like they take extra fire damage. I think that'd be a neat idea to implement.
Definitely a later thing for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely later.
You believe modders already have added what you would consider night raid movement into Elden Ring? They've even modded the character models in it. True. Mod name Demon Souls Expanded. Although you guys will not be able to utilize this mod with what I have yet. That'll be a future update, but you can still use previous versions and play the game. Just not, you wouldn't be able to get to the 6th Archstone yet.
It is still in progress.
Is it possible to backport the new stuff into older games? Unsure. I'm not a modder.
At least in Demon Souls case, it is relatively easy to port Dark Souls 1 mods. Or models, not mods, Dark Souls 1 models. Outside of that, I haven't really tried. I have considered trying maybe importing an armor set from Elden Ring to see if that might work, or if that's even possible. Because that would also open up the door to, okay, if I can import from Elden Ring, we may possibly be able to import things from other FromSoft games.
I understand if Elden Ring works, then Demon Souls 2 Elden Ring will work too. I thought it was what you were going to say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in theory, it should. Like, you should be able to port one to the other and the other back.
That made you think just how cool it would be to have ultimates in regular game. It'd be busted as hell. Fair. Because recently you've seen a Dark Souls mod backport Dark Souls 2 movesets and bosses into the game, even Elden Ring movesets. Then it's probably very much possible. It's just trying to do it is going to be difficult because, again, Demon Souls is old, and it's not the fact that it's old, it's limited by the emulator. If Demon Souls just had its own, like, hold on one second, blow my nose. If Demon Souls was able to just be decompiled and recompiled as a PC port, then being able to do anything you wanted would be so easy. Whatever the fuck you want to do. It's just the fact that you're still bound to PS3 hardware via emulation. So it very limits everything you can do, both modding and memory-wise. Like, this mod is so expansive that there will be crashes because of memory overload, just because PS3 can't really handle all that. We need a complete.
I'm also still in the process of like figuring things out, like compression wise. So some of the armors probably aren't compressed properly, and I will take full responsibility for that because I the other thing like we didn't mention is there's not much information on modding Demon Souls. There's a lot on every other game, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, but there's not a whole lot of tools and knowledge to like mod Demon Souls.
Yeah. We need a complete revamp of the Kingsfield series.
I will agree with that. I really would like that. I'm a big Kingsfield head.
And your headcanon knifers are at base way stronger than Tarnished. Tarnished just gets main character syndrome. Trying to see Ninja Blade or Ninja Blade get ported into Demon Souls or Armored Core. You're so close to getting the platinum on PS5 remake. You just need 4 boss souls. Fair.
Oh, if I remember right, there's a like the spider demon was based off of
an older game.
An older game, I think the one he mentioned, and same thing with what was it? There was another one. Oh, I can't remember now. I'm drawing a blank.
Look at this guy. Oh, he's actually attacking now. He didn't attack before.
Yes, that's part of the AI I added back in.
Oh shit, you are beefy. Having a Vanguard attack me with no glowing eyes is genuinely scary as hell.
Right, you just got dead empty sockets.
It's sort of their like the weird mystical vibe to them and just makes them a fucking horror mod. Horror.
That is totally fair.
Before with the glowing eyes, it's like they're scary but they're mystical. It's like, oh, what is this otherworldly creature? Without the glowing eyes, it's just like, oh fuck, get away from me. Maybe that new FromSoft game that was leaked will be a new Kingsfield. We got a new Armored Core, so Kingsfield is possible for the future. That'd be cool. Is this vanilla Demon Souls? Yes and no.
It's the cut northern limit plus some modded stuff I have put in myself.
Is this a mod for OG Demon Souls? Correct. I acted like this entire experience hasn't been just an entire sleep paralysis fever dream. A new Kingsfield will be cool. You thought it's Dark Souls 2? No.
You did bypass my faux fog wall I had.
I did?
Yeah, you went completely around the front and through the side where there's no collision.
Oh shit, hold on.
It
Shit.
just registered in my head when I saw that little black square there. I was like, oh yeah, I put that there to remind myself there's an actual like fog door thing there.
Well, yeah, I passed it.
Because I haven't put the fog wall in yet, but I've got the event set up for it.
Fair. You found it. The thing of the murals are giants and the little guys at the bottom are beastmen. Apparently the beastmen defended giants or something like that. Oh. You guarantee
it'd be like a hierarchy of the giants, then it'd be like the bear men, then the wolf men, then like the actual animal creatures. Maybe.
Yeah. And you guarantee it would release before Elder Scrolls 6 is even halfway done. Fair. This mod will have more stuff before Elder Scrolls 6 is released.
I hope my release schedule is a lot better than theirs.
What an interesting pillar.
Yeah, for some reason that's the only pillar. Like I think they were in the process, like while they were making that map piece, they had that separated from the mesh, and they were gonna duplicate it and put it on both sides, but they stopped halfway in the process when they were told to stop.
Yeah, which is fair. Possible connection to the Bloodborne Beast Scourge. Actually, What if Bloodborne is just Demon Souls sequel?
Or Bloodborne is the cut northern limit.
Oh my god.
The whole game is the northern limit.
Totally. I was to explore more of the out of bounds stuff, but I don't want to fall to my death. So
Yeah, I from memory, I cannot tell you where it ends from there. I know the collision goes all the way up the stairs into what I've added, but
is this Demon Souls OG? Correct. Hello, Senior Jacobo. Yeah, that's a fall. Something tells me that pillar on that weird staircase was to be like up on these sides or something. I don't know.
that too. Yeah, that gap should definitely not be there.
Father G said Umbasa is in a piece of cut dialogue, so that would be Demon Souls connection. Sure.
Oh, the Father Gascoigne and Bassa thing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? What is this? Why does he have Kingdom Hearts fucking wings? What the hell?
He doesn't quite work, but is definitely a work in progress.
He's just scary. He's standing there menacingly.
Don't you? I thought it was so cool to have those wings coming off him. Apparently, that's an effect tied to Alon's AI.
Is he gonna attack me? I'm scared.
No, he's not. His AI is not working.
Dude, that was so scary. He's beefy! I wonder if he dropped. Did you make him drop anything when you kill him?
I think he might drop souls, but I don't think it drops an item.
Dude, the wings coming off him just fits. Like, look at that. That's so cool.
Right? Ornstein the Storm Ruler.
Loud thumb.
Yeah, that's part of the like importing models thing you will definitely run into is you'll have stray points that just shoot off you have to go grab them and put them back in place.
I can just push him.
But yeah.
I will kill him just to see.
Yeah, he definitely has, like, you hit him for like 300 each time. He's got to have at least 2,000 HP.
Oh, just...
way more than 2,000. Holy cow. What did I give him?
A lot of health. Miyazaki made crazy progress on graphics. Yeah, true. Demon Souls still looks really good though. Okay, let's hope this works, I guess. Work, please?
Please?
Nope.
Oh.
It teleports me into the void and throws me up.
Yeah, that's so strange.
It was working. Was the second area working for you before you sent the files over to me?
It was for me. I can double check really fast.
Alright, well,
It should have been working.
We're on some technical difficulties real quick, y'all.
But I will tell you, the first area is what I did the most work to.
Fair. Did you do anything to the second one at all?
I did add to the second one. That whole left side area where there's normally no bridge to cross is just an empty gap. I connected those two to where you can actually go down and see it.
Yeah.
As far as other stuff, that's about it, really.
Okay, no like enemies that work in the second one?
No, not... I mean, shadow lurkers do work now, but other than that, not much has changed.
Okay. Well, if you guys are curious, I hate to say it, but if you guys are curious to see the second area, on my last Demon Souls stream, which you can easily see for my, if you go to my stream section for my channel, you can see me covering pretty much the base OG cut content for the first and second area for the 6th Archstone. Minus the left side being connected, like what Sir Awesome said. With that being said, you wanted to do some App Studio, show off some App Studio stuff, right?
Oh yeah. This way they at least get to see it in Map Studio for sure.
So yeah, you can show that off. By the way, I'm playing through the cut tutorial stuff right now. But
oh, there you go.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quit the game, y'all. We still got more cool stuff to show you. Our cool modder developer here is going to show you some cool stuff revolving around what his process is and what he has, and you'll be able to show him. If you're on my short stream and you like to see the full thing, you can join my main stream. You can join my main stream by clicking on my channel and switch into the mainstream. Otherwise, if you're on my mainstream, enjoy. You guys should be able to see how this process works, and I will let Sir Awesome do the talking. How many bosses we already created before they shelved it? How many bosses were already created before they shelved it? None. Any placeholder boss, any place that was supposed to have a boss had a placeholder of Vanguard Demon. So if there's a Vanguard Demon anywhere that in the cut content areas, that tells you like it was supposed to be either a mini boss or a full-on boss, one or the other.
Mm-hmm. And there are only, as far as I remember, there's only 2 of those. One at the end of the first area where you encountered, and there's one at the very end of the second level.
But yeah, all right, go on. Sorry.
This is exactly where we spawned in, facing towards the 2 cut NPCs. I have all the texturing displayed, so it's easier to see. But these are the cut enemies we were looking at, added enemies we were looking at with the Golem and the Ice Warriors and the Wolf Warriors. It's in the very, very corner of the map. And just to get an idea of how big the map actually is, this is the entirety of M0700. And it is huge. Like, this right here is the start point. And you wandered, the first time you wandered all the way through here. And this little spot was where you encountered that fox guy.
Yeah. Like,
the scale of this map is huge. Even just this section where you were at the end, that is at least the size of the tutorial level, the first tutorial level.
Yeah.
But coming back down in from here, we have the little wolf encounter that you ran across,
which is pretty cool.
And then up here, you see more of the planarians that come down from the cliff. These seem like the spawn points. Like, they would spawn up on these cliffs and then meander their way down and find another point to walk to.
Is that the wall from the Son of Ice and Fire?
Yeah. Then we had the 2 shadow lurkers you ran into and the Owl Warrior.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's one of the neater designs. Like, for fabric and Demon Souls, like, there's not many outfits that use fabric.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to really see it in game, but the designs on his outfit are so intricate.
Able to go into a little more?
Yeah, let me see.
There we go. Oh,
there we go.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, they're so intricate.
Like a blue gold kind of thing going on, like royalty.
Mm-hmm. Right, and there's a lot of gold in their outfit too, like many of these coins. And I'll point out that these coins here, I don't want to make a connection to Dark Souls, but if you remember the Chloranthy ring, I can't remember who did a video on it, but they made a big connection with all the Chloranthy ring and the symbol of that, like, flower shape. And this reminded me a lot of that.
Apparently, a weapon from Gears of War actually ended up in the files for this game. It wasn't accidentally. It was a placeholder. It was like one of the very few scenes that was in this game when they were like testing things out. Sunlight metal? Oh, you mean sunlight metal?
Oh yeah, maybe sunlight metal is what I'm thinking about. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. But on the subject of the Lancer, yeah, you're right. I think they were using it to try and test automatic crossbows, but I don't think they could actually implement like a repeating crossbow, so they just kind of scrapped the idea.
Yeah.
Then following further along the cliff, we come to this little fox, the hyena or fox warrior. I think in the files that I was looking through, they referred to him as like a hyena, which he does more or less look like a hyena more than a fox.
Yeah, or at least, I guess maybe it's demon souls, right? So maybe it was supposed to be a fox turned demon, which kind of in return looks more like a hyena, but with like the fur pattern and color of like a fox, right?
Right. And even on these guys, like you can tell they have more tattered clothing on them, but even then they still have jewelry and gold on them. It's like I think maybe there was a sort of hierarchy. At least there was some sort of like system to like how they lived.
Yeah. He's built like Psycho from Borderlands, sure.
But it does have really neat stuff. Like, yeah, that's the dagger, the sheath on the back that he carries them in. Which I don't know. There's been character model previews, but I don't know if this is probably something many people don't actually get to see.
I like how, I don't know, it's probably just untextured, right? The handle.
Yeah, the weapon model shows. For some reason, some models, their texture data won't show up in Map Studio, but they show up in game, and vice versa sometimes. But for the most part, if it's untextured like that, somehow Map Studio isn't able to call on its texture.
Fair. Hi, Justin. Hey, Twingen.
And we got that whole area you ended up going out of bounds in. Look how big that is from here to that edge you went.
It's like one big crevasse.
So, yeah, it's almost like a valley. And that valley goes all the way across almost to this side. Like that valley starts back in here, and it looks like it was part of this, what I would have assumed would have been like an ancient riverbed or like an underground tunnel that froze over. And it falls all the way down through here. And here's you.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
That guy's dummied out, but yep, that's you right there.
Thanks, I appreciate that. The connection.
Yeah, and then this is that exit to the underground tunnel, which there's quite a bit to actually see down here that I did cover up with this wall. But if you go past this wall, there's another whole section that's here underground in a cavern.
That's all blocked off.
Yeah. And what I want to eventually do is I want to get rid of that wall, or maybe do something different, or make a doorway and actually make this accessible. Because as far as I can remember, there's no collision back here, but all the map piece is there as far as I can tell, and it's all textured. But yeah, it's another big chasm room.
That is sick. I didn't even know that was there. I don't even think Lance McDonald covered this part. Or did they?
I think he did, but I know for sure the one that people know, like, have seen the most of is this one here, the one you walked by, this big old cavern. Which, this cavern is huge. It even has a big old section down here that's massive. Like this pit here is half as big as this one up here.
Yeah. Oh, there's that sinkhole you were talking about. Okay.
Yep. This is that big sinkhole in the middle of the map. But yeah, that little cave is like right here, and it's on the other side of this one. That's
so cool. Okay, Plague Static says, "Hear me out though. Secret door."
Secret door. Hey. I know they have them in Shrine of Storm, so I could always look at how they scripted those in there.
What's the likelihood that the final boss for this area would have been an ice dragon? Seath Scaleless would fit right in.
To be fair, with the size of this right here, that's actually not a bad idea. Because this is a big room.
Mm-hmm. Big and barely any collision.
And even what I did block off with the fog vault, this is still a very, very large zone.
So is the sphere their trigger zone?
The sphere is actually it's for background music to trigger, which I don't have the script for that set up yet, but that's that would trigger like background music or like a boss battle music.
Oh, so every time we're walking through a fog door, we're also going through a sphere to trigger that boss dragon or that boss music.
Yeah, this is actually a fog wall setup. This imagine this wall isn't. It's just a physical representation of the fog wall. It doesn't really do anything, but this is the fog wall itself. This pink box.
Yeah.
Normally this would be a big old fog wall, but I don't have the texture data in the map.
Yeah.
But the event calls on you to, when you're close to this, it gives you an action prompt, which is that, press X to do. And then that makes this disappear and, does that like watery effect of walking through, like forces that animation. And then the actual like effect of that, like the actual like physical wall itself that you see in game is called on by this SFX.
Fair enough. Imagine a battle with ice. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Go ahead.
Imagine a battle with ice crags on the roof that you have to drop onto the boss would be sick. Also hijack. As you were saying, I apologize.
Oh no, that's a good idea because stalactites would be a really neat like breakable environment piece you could use.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. I really wonder what they were going for up here with like their walkways and stuff.
There's like stairs and everything.
They go to nothing. Like these just go up to these two platforms and go to nothing. And then up here, there's really no way to actually like, even if there was collision, there's no way to physically access. It goes
so basically
to nowhere.
A work in progress. Something maybe tells me you weren't supposed to access those areas here, but maybe after the boss fight. When you go up those stairs, they would potentially be another way to kind of like go back to the top to get like some soul or something like that.
Yeah, like maybe because the second level of this thing is even higher up. Yeah, the second technical level would be right here. So like if somehow like whenever you came up to this little, maybe I would have made this a walkway and maybe had a door on either side that went through.
Yeah.
And back to this area.
Yeah.
I mean that puts you like right above. Well, yeah, like literally right above that room.
So something tells you that was probably like the idea initially was after boss fight there'd be some interconnection going on there to reach the top of that area. But obviously, cut content. So biggest problem with a gimmick fight is making it feel engaging and not cheap like the Dragon King. Dragon God was fine, honestly. I don't think it was cheap at all. And then those are the stairs you enter. You go
coming up the last stretch.
And that's where you added Artorias. No, not yes, fucking Ornstein.
Ornstein.
Which is cool as hell.
And then the actual view from the top. The reason I blocked this off is I want to add in a custom map piece to cover all this, but whoops, let me get up here. But looking back on the map, it would be so nice that when you got up to this point, you could actually look back and see where you came from because it's all the way back there.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah, I'd have to cover all of this, but that would look so nice seeing how far you came.
And also like figuring out a way to like to get to the top part of the boss arena too. Like that'd be sick as well.
Yeah, because you could see it. You'd be able to see it from the distance. I think well, I'd have to trim down that cliff, but in theory, you could see the top of that from the distance.
Yeah,
still be in line.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah,
but yeah, that's the first cut map.
Amazing work you did, honestly. Like, bravo. There's barely any fucking modders out there doing what you're doing. So, like, I have nothing but respect for you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, this view gives a good interpretation. Like, the stuff I added is all right here. All of this in here.
Yeah.
The pit here, this here, all this, and all of this.
Right.
The original map is basically just a white sheet, and it's so huge.
Fair. And you have so much to work with too, like, and it looked like most of the out of bounds stuff has collision too. So it's like you could work with the out of bounds stuff too and make something really cool out of that in the future.
Object type, yeah. Yeah, the blue line, the blue is where the collision ends. But yeah, that's collision. All of it is just one big collision piece.
Yeah. You could work with wow. You could do a lot with that. Holy.
Yeah, all of that is free real estate.
Yeah. It is. Oh, that's sick. Did you want to show off the other map as well?
I actually will. Let me load her up. There we go.
What are we looking at, chat? Hi, the Bummist. We're looking at cut content for Demon Souls that's modded and modified.
Yep, this is the second cut map. The outer map, like the visual outer map, is much bigger than the other one.
Yeah, what the hell? It has like a sphere going on.
This actually has a skybox in it. Yeah, this is the skybox.
I don't, not just the skybox, but the actual map itself. Like the bottom part is like sphere, like.
Yeah, and it goes all the way around.
Sick. All that for that tiny map in the middle, which is still huge.
Yeah, I think you were originally, because they have that corner cut out, but that would have been kind of the area the other map would load in. Let me see if I can load 2 in at a time and don't crash.
Oh shit.
Well, you can kind of see it, but yeah, it's right down here. So you would technically be right up on top of where you were. You're just slightly off of where you were. But you would be able to see, I think what the idea was to be able to see all of the first map from the second map.
Yeah.
Like goes up on a mountain, like a mountain castle.
That's really cool.
But yeah, this is where you would normally spawn.
Yeah. Demon Souls Jr. Those are like the shadows.
Yeah, these are casted from, I think, this SFX itself. Or no, it's a map piece. That's weird. I didn't know that, but it's a map piece itself. So these right here are the same as this map piece here. They're the same object, kind of.
Okay.
Or same type of object. Instead of being an enemy or an object file.
Yeah. That's
strange. Learn something new every day. But yeah, you would come up through the main section here. I did add her there.
Yeah. Cute.
But I decided to put the 2 NPCs on this side, the one that from the first level.
Yeah.
Because I think they're normally here in the first place, but they're just kind of dummied out.
Yeah.
And then the lady.
Mm-hmm.
Then as we come out to the main area, we'll go down. Across here. Got another one of those candle stands in there. If we keep going down, we'll eventually come out onto like the main veranda area. And this is the side you didn't get to go to last time, where it's cut off. Yeah, so I bridged over here. And this seems like they were gonna put an item here of some kind.
Is that what that looks like?
Item corpse. That item corpse.
Yeah.
That's an item corpse.
With the Miranda.
And I'm not exactly yeah, the Mirrodin
armor. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not sure what they were there's no items tied to it or anything, so I have no clue what they were going to put here, but they definitely intended to put an item here of some kind.
Mm-hmm. And an enemy.
Yep. And then it wraps back around.
Zans and Beats, what are y'all doing? Looks interesting. We are exploring cut content of Demon Souls that this modder, Sir Awesome, has brought back to life. I just got done exploring it in the actual game myself, and now we're taking a sneak peek into the actual application of the process and how it's done. You're all good. I apologize.
Oh, no, you're fine. But yeah, we just come back across here. They have at least another one of the candlesticks. I think you were definitely intended to break these candlesticks in order to like unlock or like proceed through the level. Because this whole section right here is cut off. Oops, it's a little fast, but this whole section here is cut off from the rest of the map. And I think you're supposed to proceed down through here, breaking the candlesticks and revealing the shadow lurkers. And as well as revealing the shadow lurkers, it would eventually unlock paths to go further down.
Oh.
So to progress through the level, you'd have to break a certain set of candlesticks, which I would assume would be on this side, then backtrack and go to this side that would be newly opened, and then that would eventually lead you to be able to go and access this spot, which is cut across where you can't normally go, and it would allow you to eventually unlock the boss room.
Yeah, wow, that's really cool. No, this is Demon Souls, not Halo 2. Yeah, and this would have been a boss, but placeholder Vanguard.
Yep.
Good
old placeholder Vanguard.
I wonder what their ideas were for the bosses here. Like, they already had like the concept going. I wonder like if there's any concept art that they just haven't released yet for potential bosses, you know?
Because me personally, I don't feel like any of the cut enemies we've seen, I don't think any of them would actually fit as a boss. The closest one I might consider, and I would consider it like a sub boss or a mini boss, would be the Bear Warrior. Yeah. Just based on size.
Fair. You imagine the cool thing they probably thought about is lighting fires that lets you move forward, keeping you warm.
That's a kind of cool idea.
It's pretty sick. I kind of like the other idea more. Whereas because that wouldn't make sense for the first area. At least it's all cut content, but there's nothing that signifies you would have had any kind of coldness with Demon Souls, and seeing how future Dark Souls and Elden Ring exist with snow areas, that wasn't really a thing. Something tells me that this was to signify something about illusions and whatnot, and kind of like with Fair and Keep Swamp, where you light stuff up to unlock more areas in the level. I think that kind of fits more of the FromSoft theme.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the kind of like either magic or illusion more or less, because like I said, these are all, every one of these shadow lurkers that they did have in the map, they're all invisible when you boot in. And from the script data, you're supposed to break these, and when you break these, the fire goes out, and then they become visible and like able to be interacted with.
Hi, swordfish. Sorry, excuse me.
You're excused.
I burped.
But yeah, I think that was the main gimmick for the area, was breaking these candle holders, these flame holders, and revealing all the hidden things within the map to progress.
Which is honestly pretty cool.
Yeah, that I haven't seen that idea done really anywhere else.
I mean, in Demon Souls, yeah. Except, I mean, I guess kinda similar concept would be Tower of Lachia to unlock the area for the heart, right? In the towers, but I think that's the closest similar thing we can get to with what's going on here. Outside of,
because even with that, you're killing the guys to stop them from like using their magic to hold the chain in place.
Yeah, but this kind of gives like that similar vibe, but different mechanic.
But which is a lot of Demon Souls. Like they were heavy on gimmicks, but a lot of the gimmicks they did use worked pretty well within the world. Yes,
but does it thematically make sense for Shadowlurkers being here? No. Because, I mean, yes and no. We don't know for sure. For all we know, Shadowlurkers could have been originally for the 6 Archstone and then cut because they were out of time, and then reused it for the Shrine of Storms. Honestly, Shrine of Storms and Land of Giants kind of have a lot of interconnected themes with each other. So there's no way to tell for sure. But what we can tell for sure is there was a lot of illusional stuff that's supposed to go on with this map. And so the Shadowlurkers were either going to be for that, or was a placeholder for until they got like whatever they wanted to sketch down and made into the game for whatever illusion mob that would come out to be replaced for the Shadowlurkers.
I'm heavily on the side that they were originally intended for here, and then once that idea was scrapped and they knew they couldn't make it in time, they repurposed them for Shrine of Storms. Because on this map, that's literally the only enemy that's on it. In like the vanilla, untouched, unmodded, like just plain Northern Limit, Shadow Lurkers are basically the only enemy besides the NPCs on the map that are up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this lady and the other two.
Well, Martyr Logarius, don't know if I said that right, and Bloodborne is in a snowy area when he's an Illusion Master. Obviously, this is using built textures, but a lot of the textures are white, destitute gray. You assume they would have made the color scheme more dark and somber. Map editor, man. I imagine there would have been a lot more better lighting here. Obviously, this is cut content and heavily unfinished. So it's just, just base bright lighting. I'm pretty sure, like, for the first area, for example, I feel like the lighting there was proper, just, with snow stuff and whatnot. I assume whenever you went inside any kind of building, there'd be torches lit up, it'd be darker. It wouldn't just be, still bright. Same for when you're in the caverns or when you do that drop down in the snow area into like the mini cavern. That would have been, dark and lit up. And same for this area. I'm sure this area would actually have more of a darker tone with a lot of lamps lighting everything up. But obviously it's unfinished, so we don't get that.
Yeah. I don't think there's a single bit of environment lighting aside from just the base game lighting in both maps.
Yeah, so. But there probably was going to be a lot of really nice lighting stuff to make the maps look really nice and fit in with the rest of the game. But yeah. Was there a skybox made for this? Yes.
Yep. This is actually the skybox texture. Maybe if I can zoom out a little more. Yeah, there we go.
Really cool stuff, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, for the longest time we could only speculate on it, and the more we get to actually look at the map and like the map data and textures, like we did earlier with those wall murals. I don't remember like seeing those in high detail, and the more we learn about it, the more we can kind of piece together what ideas they may have had, but there's no way we'll never truly know what they intended.
Yeah, unless Miyazaki comes out and he magically remembers everything they were working on, which he probably kind of, I hate to say, but Miyazaki probably has forgotten or spaced out a lot of the stuff that he had for Demon Souls specifically, but the concepts were reused for future games.
For sure.
Look at the bend. Looks like warped space, like energy or disruption in the atmosphere. That's just how skyboxes work in a lot of old games. Even newer games, I think it's the same.
Yeah, the way the textures wrap.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it is. Also, hello, Legend McCarthy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Enjoy your stay. Enjoy some modded Demon Souls shenanigans. Anything else you'd like to show off?
Let me think.
Is this a Scooby-Doo game?
Second.
No. And you said Northern Limit 3 has nothing, right?
Yeah, Northern Limit. Honestly, I think this will crash when I do this.
With tutorial?
Well,
thing?
it does have. Oh wait, not tutorial. I didn't mean to click that one. My bad. Northern Limit 3 is what I want to do. There we go. Yeah, I think there's literally nothing in here.
Getting pretty
there's
patchy
some
here.
region data. Oh no, that's. Oh,
Wait.
that's why I copied the map. That's why. I'm so sorry. That should be totally blank, but it's literally just the Northern Limit 2
like,
copied.
wait a second.
It's copied. It's the same map.
That's fine.
Yeah, normally there's literally nothing there. Yeah, I guess during testing I was copying it over, but that does help me because that means I already have some sort of base map to kind of work with.
Yeah. Oh, so you could do like a Northern Limit, a custom Northern Limit 3 kind of thing if you wanted to.
Yeah, I could actually at least make a space there for sure.
That's pretty cool. Man, like, it's interesting to see. It's like, it feels like with Northern Limit, it's one of those scenes where as you get deeper and deeper, it's like this kingdom that keeps expanding. Because you start with Northern Limit 1, and that's like an open, like, snowfield space with some, like, castle like structures or whatever,
Mhm.
And then towards the end of it you start getting into like this actual kingdom structure, first boss. And then number 2 is like, or area number 2 was like, now you're like in this convoluted, very castle like structure, with all the stuff going on. It makes me wonder what the third area would have been. Would have been like more crazy convoluted castle structure stuff? Would have been like higher or lower, like in the ground, or like high in the sky? Would have been like caved in, like, like what are the possibilities of what could have been like the third area could have been,
Right. And I almost want to think like because this is the end of level 2. It literally ends at this boss. I don't see where they would have put an exit or where they may have gone with it.
Yeah.
But maybe it's similar to the tutorial level where like once you beat the boss here and the archstone spawns, it asks you if you want to move to the next area, which would be very weird that late in the game. But if I were them, I would personally want to go back down, since we started like on the flat plane, like the plains. Then we moved our way through like the cave system underground. Then we went back to the main level. Then we went through this like almost underground cave structure again to climb all the way up to the very top where you'd see over everything. And then once you cross through that, it's back underground again.
Maybe there was, again, these are all theories, everyone, so don't believe what we're saying. This is just like,
this is all theory crafting.
Maybe this area could have been something where it's like, this boss that we're at right now is the final boss, but we can't access it until we do a lot of looping around. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean just like the area off to the side that you built a bridge to, but maybe there was a plan where you could access the third area without defeating that boss. So there'd be some other way to get to that third area and defeat whatever boss is there and whatnot. All that just to warp back to this area here that would then like unlock access to the boss or something like that, as the final boss for this area or this archstone or something.
The only other thing I could think, since just based on the map layout, is you can come straight from the central veranda, like where you spawn behind there and you make your way down to the central area. You can come straight across to the boss room. Like literally nothing is impeding you. Straight across. But I did notice that on either side, like these structures to the left and to the right, that are only accessible via these points here and here, these only lead up to this spot. And this spot right here is that invisible bridge that once you break something or do something, it is supposed to appear so you can walk across it. This is technically right here. This is technically the end of the level. This is the literal last branching path that is inaccessible from that point. But it would end up here to this candle holder here. And then I assume you would have to backtrack and go all the way back to get to the boss.
You think it would make sense for it to get more linear into a liminal space? You like the idea of it starting out giant and tapering inwards like in Journey's End. That's kind of what the vibes gives, though. That's kind of like what I was inching towards. It's like it gets more and more cluttered with like ancient civilization kind of like stuff going on. Like hell, most of the enemies were like humanoid animals, you know?
Yeah, really the only choke points on this map are this whole area is open and explorable. And like I said, the middle up to the boss is all the way open and explorable.
Mm-hmm.
The left path's closed off, so you're really forced to go this way. Because you'll be hit with a wall here, like a fog wall, so you can't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So you're forced to go this way, track all the way up this side. Because I know there's several candlesticks through here, so I don't know if you're meant to like break one, then go back, or break one or two. Then it would reveal this side, you'd break these, and then backtrack. But that seems like a lot of backtracking.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Is there anything else you'd like to show us that you think would be cool?
Let's see. I think maybe seeing the maps like from like outer perspective would be really nice. We can start with the Nexus.
Is this your Demon Tower version?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
So you'll actually get to see what you're going through, like in third person. Oh well, here we go.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
that's the old one.
Yep, that's the old one.
He's just chilling there at all times.
Yep, he is actually. You would think he's some sort of like creature, but he's actually a map piece. Like, he is no different than this ground piece here. He is a big old map piece. Well, actually, several map pieces.
No wonder the Nexus fucking has those memory issues. You think that would all be
this
unloaded?
Is loaded, and all of that is loaded.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? You think that would be unloaded when you're not even near it, but no, it's just all there. Like, what the hell?
Well, in game, it probably doesn't load all of this, but it's definitely all on the same map.
That's crazy. Well, what's all that other stuff?
I took the beach here and I flipped it upside down.
Yeah,
to make that effect.
That's what I was noticing. I was like, that looks like it's something upside down, but I couldn't tell what it was. Yeah,
it's that whole beach, but flipped upside down.
Oh, so that's where the water effect is coming from.
Yep.
That's
this
really
white
cool.
sheet here is all that water. Yeah, this is the inverted tower from the bottom. All the archstones hanging off the side.
Yeah, that's honestly such a cool concept that you did. And then the Nexus.
Yep, inside of the Nexus. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off collision really fast because it makes it easier to see.
That is okay. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I don't know if you noticed over here, but I made this a little kind of church pew area.
I did notice that on my main playthrough. Which I thought was pretty cool.
I decided to like separate out into like a church and then like the magic. I did want to do something a little bit more on this side other than just have this pillar. I think if there's bookcases or something I put in, I would like to put like bookcases around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's I don't think there's any bookcases in Demon's Souls.
I don't remember finding any while going through the object files. I know there's like desks and stuff, and there's even like paper, like pen and paper and quill, I think, as an object file, but I don't remember seeing any bookshelves. This statue is actually from Tutorial 3, the Dragon God area.
Oh. This is Demon's Souls Dragon God area. Could you ask her awesome a weird question? Loving video games, does programming's, modding, building, and the intricacies kind of take the magic away from the game? You feel like looking at textures, models, you'll start to get sick of it.
Well, I guess it's all a matter of perspective. For me, every bit of like Demon's Souls knowledge I can gather makes me happy. So even little things like we were talking about earlier, like pointing out that mural, like that's stuff I didn't even realize or like notice. And to go back and find those little tidbits, that's joyous to me. And there is a sense of like, I mean, you can get burnt out on it. That I do take breaks to try and avoid that, but never like terribly long. I wouldn't say the mystery is gone. I'd say it's there's always a tad bit of mystery with Demon's Souls because like no matter how much we find out about it or how much we dig up in the code, or what like missing objects or things that nobody knew about we finally find, I don't think it takes away from anything, because there's always going to be something in the game where, like, even me and you talking about, like, we're playing through and we see these spots or areas we may not have thought the first time. We're like, well, what would it be like to go out there? Like, that childhood sense, I don't think will ever go away from me.
To add on to that, for your question, Ginger, I'm not a modder myself, but even being with Sir Awesome and going through this process, and even like before this stream, troubleshooting everything with him to get stuff to work, I will say that it hasn't taken away the magic. Honestly, for me, it's added onto it, because I'm seeing all this stuff, and even though I know it is just a video game and nothing else is planned for it, there's still, well, not nothing else planned of it. It was either cut content or wasn't expanded upon. There's still all this extra area to see and look at and see like what the developers had in mind. And it's like, oh, well, they obviously didn't expand upon this because they didn't have enough time, or this was cut, I can add this back. And then being able to actually add stuff back or expand upon out of bounds areas that could potentially did have plans for the future, but then not, or just, you know, just out of bounds, just be out of bounds, but it has so much details, and then making it explorable, and then actually getting in the game to do it and playing it, it will always be magical. Even though you're the one that put it all together and did it, the fact of just being able to actually play through that, because you've been a fan of the game for so long and you've always wondered about all these things, and now you get to make it a reality and just do it, that that magicalness is still there, at least for me, for Demon Souls and even like Dark Souls.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Wait, so Canabra is something to see us? What's again? Is what's next? This is really cool, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so we basically covered everything in the Nexus that I've added. Boletaria 1-1.
What's it on my finger? Sorry, I'm messing with my bracelet. As a response for gaming in general, with a developer perspective, you don't think it takes away anything. It just changes how you look at things. A painter doesn't suddenly not like paintings because he paints. Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's a very good analogy. Very good analogy.
What is this?
So we're at the
this is
start of
Boletaria.
1-1. Yep, 1-1. The first biggest change is actually like moving this gate up to like visually show you can walk through it. This would be that little trigger zone.
Unfortunately, you have to go, but you had a great time. Tell us, you're awesome. You said good luck with the project.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you for being here, Plague Static. You have a good rest of your day and night. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, you have a good one.
All right, that's it. You're good.
But we got the main bridge coming across. I didn't really do too much here. I did remove a few like small boxes and stuff people wouldn't really miss, just to save on memory. The biggest change would come once we reach up to the top here.
Yeah, this was really cool. The biggest change
would be this small area here. Adding the little walkway from up to here. That went through so many iterations to figure out what would actually feel like doable and what would feel like kind of proper.
Yeah. Hey, Prime.
And then this here is actually kind of cool. These map pieces you'll never see anywhere else in the game. These are from the cut tutorial level, or not cut tutorial level, but the cut test level. I believe it's M9960 and M996001. But these originally came in a set. That spiral staircase you see in the Nexus was originally attached to this piece in collision and map data. So I had to go in Blender and like cut them apart and separate them out. And these stairs work perfect for this spot. Like I could not have asked for a better piece of collision. Minus the weird physics they have sometimes. Sometimes when you're running down them, they're fine. And sometimes you'll lose health and sometimes you'll instantly die.
Yeah,
I think for the most part, I solved that in this area.
Definitely needs to be fixed in 1-2.
Yeah, but, that's definitely what I'm working on.
Real quick, are we making the game here? Nope, we are not. Going over some cut modded Demon Souls content. As for Ginger, but a painter does begin to realize how many brushstrokes it takes before their hand gets tired. It's a labor of love, but damn, it seems tough to basically have to reorchestrate everything. That's fair.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I put a lot more work into this than I think most people would, just because I care for it so much. There's times I might stay up 3 days in a row trying to get something to work, and when it finally works, that it's the same feelings when you're beating a boss. When you die to a boss so many times, and you finally get that moment when you win, and you're like, yes, that moment you want to scream in victory. I will stay up 3-4 days to get a script running right, or just get something in the game running right, just for that feeling. It's so good to like have something just work like that.
True.
Yeah, this is a new custom warp that goes to Stonefang 1. I kind of tried to make it more like up here, like it's like a cave or like an underground like side tunnel that leads out of the town, or like out of the capital. Because in Stonefang 1, there's like a walkway that you can't normally get to or reach that looks like it comes from Boletaria into Stonefang.
Mm-hmm. Game development truly is the Dark Souls of game development. True.
I'll tell you what, it was a very similar feeling to just beating a boss you've died to so many times. And we got the cliffside up here, which has all collision on it. They just never utilized it. There's collision all through this section,
which is kind of crazy. And
this is the Shrine of Storms one.
Yeah, the beta Shrine of Storms one.
Yep, where it's got the additional map. Then up here we got the old Demon Slayer, which is basically my personal stand-in, or he's guarding the new Verdite sword.
I love the Verdite sword. That was a really cool sword.
Yeah, I had so much fun modeling that. Like, the idea came to us like, okay, we have swords and everything, but like, what if I turned a sword into a club? And then when you upgrade it, it actually becomes a sword.
Oh, yeah, that's something you have told me that, because that's one thing I missed with your mod, was you add a lot of upgrade stuff to swords to where they transform or change after you hit certain levels. I need to do that next time I play your mod, whenever that happens.
Yeah, their models will definitely change as you upgrade them into different paths.
Hydration check. Yes, hydration check, everyone.
I'm glad you reminded me. I need to get hydrated.
I need a bottle of water myself. I'll be right back.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite area, where a lot of it loops back in and around together. It's kind of like a little playground. The bridges that interconnect everything just kind of really bring it all together, because you can go from multiple levels and layers up and down.
You did really good. Like, I really like how it didn't feel out of the loop. Like, yeah. I like how as I was playing it, it's still connected to the rest of the game, so you can still progress forward. And I was like, wow, that you did really good with the interconnectivity there.
And the other part about the mod that like I would like to make people keep in mind, it does not alter the base game path. You can completely go through the game and ignore every single bit of additional content if you wanted to. And that's totally fair and viable.
The evolution, Stupid Goblin Man with Club, Chad King Arthur with Claymore by the end. True. Like this, I like that. And also you utilize like parts of castle tops that I've always dreamed of getting on top of as a kid.
Yeah, this part here was like the biggest part. I was like, there's so much here. Like we could all, and with the clamber mechanic, I don't see why they didn't. Maybe
it was just maybe they had more ideas to expand upon the kingdom, but they just had to like cut it off. Like we don't have time.
Yeah.
Because it's not often you
And
get.
I kind of wanted to
things
make
like
it
that
feel
with
like a work
collision.
in progress section here. Like this is under construction because you kind of
Yeah.
got the rickety boards on this side, but it's
Yeah.
still on like actual infrastructure.
Oh, I didn't even really. Yeah, like the whole left side, so like that mountaintop is like still it. Like for your ideas, like this is still a work in progress. There's still
Mhm.
stuff being developed here. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like the place it was still being built on at the time.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's the basics of 1-1 there. Now, Ball of Target
This
2.
is my favorite.
This is this has the most put into it, I think, in all of the world. The first world.
Yeah, this is my favorite one so far.
Oh, did you get the hoplite shield?
Yeah, I noticed how I made a snarky remark saying, who needs Demon Souls Remake Deluxe Edition when you can just play modded Demon Souls for free?
I tell you what, I put every single weapon they have in. Basically, the armors they put in. The only thing I didn't get to put in was a Lance armor set. Yep.
Imagine if they finished
Which that may be a future update.
In the remaster. No, because again, that's Bluepoint, not Miyazaki. Bluepoint doesn't know shit about what the 6-star one would have been. So to make this truly thematic, you need to add trolls that throw fire pots at you on the ramparts. No, please.
Yeah, I think I might refrain from that. My first iteration of going down here is you just fell. The ladder is such a big improvement. Yeah, originally you would just fall down here and have to warp out, but adding that ladder and made it so much better for traversal.
Yeah, this whole
you can
thing
see how
here,
far
guys,
this actually goes down. This is a long way.
Down to the cut city content, or not cut, out of bounds, but like there's so much effort put into this out of bounds stuff. Like, look at that. That's so cool.
Yeah, there's a whole city down here. I mean, yeah, it's definitely low textured, but it's all there. Like there's buildings, streets. The cathedral is probably my favorite. I love how this cathedral looks down here in the middle of the town.
Yeah, this looks really cool.
And then over to the Red Phantom Penetrator.
Yeah, which I never killed him actually. He was that bro was insane. He is tanky and does lots of damage. I may have
to adjust his health a little bit because I know for sure he has at least double standard Penetrator's health.
He is a Red Phantom. It makes sense. I feel like this is something you come back to later. I think he's fine for now.
Plus the rewards for it are pretty darn good. Being the Demon Brand.
Oh, okay.
The Demon Brand behind him.
I just stole it and ran away.
Yeah, that's fair. You could totally do that.
By the way, that warp that you have doesn't work.
Yeah, I noticed that. I definitely need to look on the script on that. But yeah, I need to fix that for sure because it's kind of pointless to have that there if you can't warp back because that's a heck of a trip to go all the way back or waste a shard.
Yeah.
We got Boletaria 3.
You also did some cool stuff here as well. Whoa, where's this?
That was in the very bottom there.
That's crazy.
Alright, so from Tower Knight Room.
Yeah, okay, I know where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. The cart where he pushes it down. So normally that gate's closed, so you would go through here. You got your route down we normally take. But up here...
Yeah, that's new.
Oh, go ahead.
You wish they implement stuff like this in a semi-open world game. For you, Elden Ring kind of felt disjointed going from area to area, but each individual location was fun to explore. I feel like Elden Ring felt very interconnected. I thought it worked very well, personally.
I was surprised when I wrapped myself around, back to Shofar River. I was like, all this connects underground, too? That was wild to me.
Like a giant city, a bit of reprieve to explore, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, but this here is normally, there's nothing here. I turned all this into like a big old wraparound. So like you got the main road up, but just off of that, whenever you come down, you have a small little drop down here. Yeah. And you can either drop down from that ledge and walk along over and go down here, and there's another wraparound back up here. So even if you fall down here, you can still get back up. But the main wraparound goes down here, and this didn't spawn for you because of tendency, but there is a colorless demon down here. So that's the other main reason to come down here.
Okay. Sulfra is pronounced Shifra. Oh.
Oh, Shifra.
My bad. I forgot.
Either way.
Cultures.
But yeah, you wrap around down through here, and it just wraps right back into the main map.
Again, beautifully
or you can
done.
take a side branch.
Beautifully done. Honestly, beautifully done. I love how you did all of that, and it still just takes you right back to the main path after everything. Beautifully done.
Yeah, like I said, all of it's completely optional. You don't even have to take it. But if you didn't want to drop back into the main map and keep going along this little spot here, that's kind of for the keen of eye. There's a little ambush spot, but that wraps back around into this side of the map with an item that you can just drop back down into. But yeah, it's all totally optional. You don't even have to go into it.
Oh, can you show me something personally real quick?
Yeah.
Still in this area. Can you show me Uria? And like I want to see the collision for this area.
Oh, okay. Display collision.
Oh wow, you're right, man.
Yeah, that's that like death plane. But yeah, there's collision.
Man,
up
that's
to this
sad.
Side, I think.
It'd be so cool if you could expand upon this, because this area has so much
this
empty
has
space.
No map texture at all. You can see through this side because you're never meant to see past this wall. So yeah, that's completely undone on this side.
That's sad. It's so much dead space. It would be so cool if you could have implemented stuff here, but there's no collision whatsoever.
Oh, it would have been so cool to put a door on the back side, like right in here.
Yeah.
To go right back to the cliff. Because there's a whole cliff over here that wraps around. And I could maybe, if I could get like my own custom collision working, maybe, I would like to is just wrap this cliff around and like maybe have a soul or an item, something out here that you can see from the map, but you gotta be like, how the heck do I get over there?
That feels very Souls-like too. I like how there's no texture for the right side, but there's a texture on the back side that you actually normally wouldn't see.
Yeah, I don't think there's any possible way you'd see that. Oh wait, hold on. The only spot you might be able to see it from is right here. You would see a sliver of it. That's why it's textured.
That makes sense. That's funny. Yeah, that's such a cool
dead space.
Video
games tricks right there. Only render the side you're ever gonna see.
Yeah. Man, it's cool. I wish it was collision there, because like being able to actually
like I said,
walk
they have collision down here.
But
they don't have collision. It's only like halfway up the cliff.
That's like a hazard collision.
You could literally walk all down on this section right here. Without all of this is stuff you could stand on. Yeah, that right there is. But
I guess you could do something cool for that specifically, but man, it sucks.
That is disappointing. But like I said, if I could work with collision and maybe extend that collision or like make my own custom collision to go out there, that's definitely an idea I'd like to pursue.
Just like you butt naked aside from your man apron, JK. Dom Hall made you learn some Welsh. It's how you know blade is pronounced Blythe. With a TH sound. Huh. Hello, game team.
I did know that one, Blythe.
Blythe. Yeah.
With like a TH sound to it.
But I guess you could try and add something like in that little collision area there, though. Yeah,
that's... If I can get away with just adding a little bit there, because see, I thought there was collision here, but there isn't. Sadly.
Yeah. It's so weird how some of them have no collision and some of them have all. Yeah, like that's so weird.
And then it cuts off.
Like, it makes you wonder if they just did that for safety measures, or if they had, maybe originally they had ideas for that, but then it was scrapped.
Yeah, I think the idea for this spot specifically is like if somehow you could jump over the railing, they wouldn't want you just falling through the map itself, so you'd have to die, but your body would stop when it hit these.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I can kind of understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's basically that one. And then
you did some cool stuff here, man, that I love. 1.2 and 1.4 are like my favorite changes you made to the Boletaria.
All right, here we go.
Oh, there's more city stuff.
So,
whoa. That's like stuff you wouldn't normally see.
Here. Yeah, all this stuff back here.
That's crazy.
And I wonder, what if I overlap the maps? Let's see what even overlaps. Oh, I hope not. I know
Whoa. Does that just connect?
Yeah, that just puts the... Well, no, it's way down low. Wow, that's weird. Yeah, that's the low detail version that's in the next map. Yeah, they don't even overlap. Look at that. Look how far off they are in actual map geometry.
That's crazy. That's really cool.
But yeah. The biggest thing I add here would be the shortcuts. Once you get past the blue dragon, you have your little item shortcut down here.
Which I like a lot. And then it
comes up to a fight with the Tower Knight.
Yeah, this
and you
was
even
cool.
have the assassins that kind of act like a one-up from the Tower Knight fight with his archers.
Mm-hmm. This was cool, especially the right side of the phalanx. Also cool.
There's a shortcut. And then the phalanx. Who is Red Phantom?
What is this stream about? Someone want to answer that?
Yeah, that's the biggest bit I added. I did check up here. What you remember what we were talking about?
Yeah. What the?
Okay. So up here, I can literally cut. I can cut that piece out. Yeah. I can literally cut that out, and we can actually get out onto this veranda.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah. Ignore that because that's the low detail. That's the from a distance one, but we can totally come out here onto this balcony and oversee it.
I look forward to when you add that. That's cool.
So yeah, I'm totally, and tell you what, I wouldn't put past me to hide an item up here.
That's okay. I'll give you gaming team the answer since my viewers are silly. We are going through Jinx was on point, but we are going through Sir Awesome's Demon Souls expanded mod. It started off with the cut content, The Land of the Giants, the 6 Archstone, which I initially played through. After playing through it, then we swapped over to Sir Awesome, going through all of the cut content and what he changed, what he added, and all that. And now we're going through all the other maps now that he has added to this mod for Demon Souls. So hey, welcome, enjoy your stay. Glad you're here. How are you doing? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Shrine of Storms?
Yep, Shrine of Storms. This whole section here, actually from here back, is part of the beta cut, one of the beta cut maps. You would start out on the cliff here, and you'd wander across through here. I did reuse a bit of the Storm Beast layer.
I saw that.
Where his little island thing is.
I initially thought when I went through here,
this would all be flat and blank.
I did thought initially this was the Storm Cune area. And I was like, oh wait, no. As I kept going forward, I was like, oh wait, no, it's not. But I initially did think that.
Mm-hmm.
I did accept your friend request token. You hate Enhanced Libra? Yeah, this is where you added the more cut content enemies. Yeah.
Yep. The Bear Warrior, which actually we can get a better look up at him now. Like, a lot of the stuff he wears is very reminiscent of Shrine of Storm stuff.
Yeah.
I never noticed that, but he, like I said on the other ones, they have jewelry. He has like a weird brooch kind of thing going on.
A very petable bear man. You also added the smaller wolf ones too. Yep. Yeah, these.
And then I turned their sword into an actual usable weapon.
You know what you could do, which would change the base game a bit?
Mm-hmm.
You could replace all the skeletons with the wolfmen.
Ooh. That would be kind of neat.
Or you could just put more of the wolfmen alongside with the skeletons or something like that.
what I might do is I might trim down some of the silver skeletons and replace them with the gold versions, and then go back where the original gold versions were and add the wolf warriors in their place.
That could be pretty cool too. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Kind of integrate them more into the map.
I feel like they would fit perfectly in just like the base areas too.
I think so too. Like the wolf warrior really fits well in Shrine of Storms, at least in my opinion.
Wouldn't that devalue seeing the beast guys? No, it wouldn't devalue. I mean, if you just place them literally everywhere, just beastman, beastman, beastman.
Oh
beastman,
yeah,
beastman,
if I replaced every enemy with beastman.
Then yeah. But no, like sprinkling it, some of it in the actual base game rather than just like out of bounds, that would still work. You're gonna head out. Goodbye, Sir Streamer. Goodbye, gaming team. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you, man. You should have popped out both chats. You normally do, so you can ask the short questions. You're fine, Jinx. I appreciate you. You're on here, my bad. You're fine, Cash. Damn, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on here. What the?
Yeah. If we were to look just at from this right here is the edge of the original map. So from that edge point, everything else is added from that end.
This is wow. Shrine of Storms is a lot bigger than I initially thought it was. That's sick. And there's also all the underground stuff too.
Oh yeah. The side over there. But yeah, even going through all of the main section, like the biggest part of it is down under here.
Yep.
Like there's still so much underground. And like in the map itself. There's the prison cells.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's where you come across Blythe? What is it?
No, it's Blige in this one. Blige.
Blige? Yeah, Blige.
Grave Robber Blige?
Yeah. Grave Robber Blige, which is pretty much just another fucking Patches if he was more tame.
Yeah, dollar store Patches. But this is also not in the original map. This is the map piece I brought in to have like continuity. Because in the next section of the map, we actually get to go to that area.
Biome wise, is it a swampy area? No. We can actually show you the swampy area after all this stuff.
Oh yeah, because the swamp I did a lot in.
You did.
Yeah, to keep continuity of adding this, I put that map piece in the first map, so like you can still see it from a distance.
Yeah, I really like what you did there. I remember seeing that. I was like, that was actually one of the things where I saw that. I was like, how do I get there? I was like, wait, that's custom. How do I get there? That looks cool. I didn't realize there was that drop down that you had, so I took the long way to get there. But
yeah. I guess I'd place that just sneakily enough where if you peek over the edge, you can see it.
You did a good job with that. You might have to go. Your girlfriend was doing shit all night. Right now it's 6:01. You might go. All right, take a wolf. You do go. I appreciate you being here. Take it easy. Stay safe. Be safe. Have a good rest of your day. And thank you. But yeah,
originally this all has collision down here. There's just kill planes that kept you from ever touching this.
Which makes sense. I guess that was like, okay, it doesn't make sense. Like if it was like on the shorter end, it's like, oh, so they don't clip to the map, right? But it continues. Yeah. It keeps going.
Yeah, it goes all the way up.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to here. Like what just disappeared. That it goes all the way out to there. Like all of that is stuff you can stand on.
Bye till again. You also have a great day. Appreciate you. Yeah, what you did here, absolutely awesome. And you added fucking Ichigo sword, which is sick. Like
yeah, the Zangetsu down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I had a lot of fun with the custom NPCs too. Like setting them up. That was pretty fun. The reason he doesn't move after you is because his whole thing is like he's literally just a guardian. Like the only reason he attacks you is because you're approaching the armor.
Yeah. I get the idea. Yeah, Giant Dad was really cool. And whatever the fuck this was here.
Free Bladestone. Pure Bladestone. So instead of having to grind for it, you at least get one free one in the game.
Yeah. That's nice. Cool stuff.
All right.
Tarablacia. Oh, dude, I gave you some really cool ideas for Tarablacia. I can't wait to see them. in the
You
future.
did, and I may be able to pull something off with what you suggested.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is all Latria 1, like all of that.
I didn't realize there was
Whereas,
like you were like a cavern
there's
area.
4 prisons. There's 4 different prisons.
Whoa, wait. What is this like outside in a cavern area? What is this outside details?
I think this is just a big outside open field. I don't know if it's in a cavern. I think we're supposed to be outside, like in some sort of like valley.
Yeah, you wouldn't see any of this normally.
Yeah, you never see any of these at all.
That like changes my whole perception.
You barely get to see the edge of this from the walkway here. You barely get to see that one. And this one's so far off down here, you like from where is it? Even from the new area, you don't even really get to see this whole prison building over here, which has a lot of detail on it, surprisingly, for being so far away.
Yeah. It makes it feel like they had so much more planned for Tarablacia and also had to cut a lot of it. Because like look at that. Like this just changed my whole perspective on Tarablacia. I thought Tarablacia was like in this like weird like crevice of an area like down in the depths of hell. But like no, it's just like in a cavern. Like the weird like mountainy cavern area. Which is honestly makes sense now. That's really cool. Whoa.
That's the second zone.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what it would look like from far out.
That's awesome. Wow. That's all. That's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know why they would bother modeling all of this either, because this wraps around the whole corner. You'll never see past this tower here
because of the black fog.
With how dark it is. Yeah, just with how dark it is.
That's crazy. What's your favorite vanilla class or playstyle? Definitely Knight. Guantanamo Bay new update. Who the hell is escaping those prisons?
Right. But speaking of that prison, the new section over here, you can reach with the bridge.
Yeah.
And go down through here. And you don't see here, but there's a pathway through here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I remember all this.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But what we were saying was, okay, so if I move this right here, right?
Whoa.
We see there's a gap, right? Well, in this gap, that gap leads directly to
this is what you were saying.
This section.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which also goes all the way over to this section. All this has stuff in it I could put stuff in. There's the same collision over here. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's the exact same thing.
This is all stuff you can't access whatsoever. What the?
Yeah. But I could literally take the collision that's over here, because it's the same stairwells and everything. I could take the collision and at least add this whole section back in.
That just tells you Tarablacia had a lot more planned for it.
Yeah.
And like
this whole thing, I think they were going to use this whole third prison, because all this is laid out. Like why would they texture all of this if you weren't meant to go there?
This is definitely cut content. I didn't know Tarablacia had cut content like this. That's awesome. What the?
Yeah, and even out to here.
Oh shit!
I know in my first one, this has no like collision or anything, but it's no different than. Oops, I went way too far. But it's no different than this section over here. Yeah. They literally just have an object file there that you interact with, but it's the exact same hallway, 1-to-1.
That's
crazy. Same exact hallway.
I actually wonder what they had in plan for pretty much like a duplicate area, kinda. If it was going to be like more of an extension, like 2 similar jail cells, but just like at the same time they led to like different areas of the map or something like that.
Honestly, now that I'm looking at this, I think you're right. Like, I feel like they would have had 2 different prisons, and kind of like we were saying with the time constraints, instead of like completely deleting all that and reworking the assets to like not show anything or like reflect the textures, they just broke the map piece and left it unfinished.
Because little kid me always thought that you could go to that other side, especially on the tower
Mm-hmm.
with the circular tower to go up to the boss arena. There was
Mm-hmm.
like that door
Yeah, down
that looked like you could just go there, but like you couldn't. That kind of just proves my like. Funnily enough, like little kid me will probably be rooting right now. So like, yeah, that actually probably was once planned to be actually explored at
And
one
I'll
point.
tell you what, I think so too, because look at this. That's a collision piece that goes to nothing. That's an open
Yeah.
door, and all they did was cover that
Yep.
hole.
Yeah.
So I think originally you were meant to, because I think why would they even bother putting collision here if they
Yeah.
were just going to cut it off here?
and collision all the yeah
And see,
exactly
that's what I added.
yeah
That's what I added. But
Mhm.
why would they even bother coming out to this point? Because it looks like
Yeah.
they just cut it off and didn't bother. And like I said, they it seems like they intended to, but they're like, okay, we'll just retexture the map to show it's broken, so they can't
Yeah.
visually.
like
Visually,
with
there's
the-
no way they can go there.
just like the broken archstone. Now I'm wondering how much of Tower of Lacho we missed from like what they had planned initially. Like
And I will tell you that because there's several towers we don't go to. This is where we spawn. Yeah, this is the spawn. So you have Tower 1 over
mhm.
here, right?
Yeah.
Then we have the wraparound
hmm
that goes to the lower area, the swamp.
hmm
And then over on this side, where did I lose track of that? Ah, here's the other tower.
hmm
And then this is a whole tower that was cut. Like this is there in the original game, but there's no collision there. Like all that collision has been added to it by me. But there's a third tower. There's another extra tower over here that isn't interacted with, nothing to do with the other ones. But there's a chain out here to this one as well, looking like we were once intended to like go there and do that. And same with this tower here. See how there's a chain like a chain link hole
So
that kind of lines up with where this tower is.
potentially 3 to 4, maybe 5 towers total that we would have to like.
I would think they like 4 or 5 towers is what they intended, and they cut it down to what we got.
The 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
There seems like there was a lot more ambitious goals here, just like for Land of Giants, and
Yeah.
a lot of it got just cut or scrapped, which is honestly crazy. Especially the caverns. Like again, I didn't realize there was just like so many cavernous rocks just throughout the whole like it's just black fog everywhere. The most you see in terms of distance is the webbed chain, like the spider web chain or whatever. That's the
And
most
even
you can
that's
see.
only just this section here.
Like all the bottom land, you don't see. I didn't even know that existed until now. Like that's sick.
Yeah, and it's so strange because you'll never see any of it. And if you do, it's going to be a faint outline on your screen in the distance.
Yeah, like that's crazy. That's really cool, honestly.
All right, now let's go to the swamp. I didn't really add much in the first area, mainly just that shortcut.
The immediate beginning shortcut, which is honestly really cool.
Because me personally, I hate having to slog through. See
That's a weird
how tiny
skybox.
Yeah, I don't even know why they have a skybox in here because you can't really look up and see it.
Yeah, I didn't know there even was a skybox. What the hell?
Yeah, see,
I'm being blown away right now.
yeah, there's a lot of, like I said, this feeling of being blown away
Jesus.
or learning new stuff. It's what I live for in Demon's Souls. Like even all this, like this goes out a ways, and there's just
there was like unused bridges and stuff that you wouldn't even be able to cross, or I didn't even know that existed. These bridges
there's
exist.
just bridges in the distance.
You don't even get to see that from spawn point. It's
Yeah, even from like here, just the furthest you can go, you can barely see him back there.
That's crazy. And then once you're actually in game, there's like a black fog again, so you wouldn't see it at all. Like, wow.
Yeah, the little cut area.
I like they added this. That this is all cool. I like that.
This is actually where there's a waterfall here. You can't see it, but there's a waterfall here in game, and
correct.
when you fall in here from 1-1 in the secret spot I put in right above Meralda's pit, where the souls kind of wisp out of, If you fall in there, it kind of gives the effect that you slid down all the way into 5-1, or not 5-1, but the swamp, the first area, and you spawn like in the waterfall.
You know, that's cool.
Shortcut. Yeah, there's just so many strange things that they did and decided not to do.
I really like the concept of when you die in this map, more souls will spawn near Leechmonger.
Yeah. If I remember right, also if you kill the dreglings and you kick them into the chasm, that determines the number of items that'll pop up.
Yeah,
like if you kick their physical ragdoll bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, when
it's the ragdoll bodies, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really cool concept.
That's all of that one. Now,
this
I literally doubled the entire size of the map. You can get a good idea for like how much was like left just undone. Okay. So we know the normal size of the map, right? This right about here is the normal size where we can actually explore. So this over here all has collision. From this fence over there, it all had collision. You could walk through it and everything. It's just completely unused.
Again, like probably all just this more cut content or scrapped ideas.
Because there was so much they could have put in here, and I think I'm starting to think the only reason they didn't was maybe because of like frame rate. Because once I noticed once you're on here and you turn back, you do lose a few frames per second in game. But to have such a big open area not even messed with.
Yeah. Sorry, I just came back. What are we looking at? We're looking at the Valley of Defilement right now. Yeah. Honestly, I loved what you did. Because I've always wondered if there was more, because it always looked like there was more area behind the barriers. And yeah, you basically just like, I was like, oh my gosh, there was more stuff behind here, and you just made it really cool. You had it all like the custom, like the Red Phantom Leechmonger, or not Leechmonger, fucking, what is it called?
Vanguard.
No, and Vanguard, yeah.
Oh no, I did add him, but I did the Dirty Colossus.
Yeah, Dirty Colossus. There we go. Yeah, really cool stuff. And honestly, you made Dirty Colossus more scary here than he is in the actual boss fight because of all the platforming stuff. Because I was platforming first, and then he was just fucking shooting at me from a distance. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to get around this area, and you're fucking shooting me. Like, that was actually kind of scary.
Yeah, he kind of makes himself a priority at that point once you reach like his area.
But outside of that, yeah, really cool stuff. I like that. For the first time in Demon Souls, I felt kind of lost. I was like, okay, where the fuck am I? Where am I going? You know, that was really cool. You did a good job with that.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm glad I could at least give a fresh spin on it. I'll say this, at the very least, I'm glad I got someone to play Demon Souls again for any reason. Whether it was for the mod or just to play Demon Souls again, I'm glad someone did.
It was both. And yeah, everything you did here also really cool. So there's just all collision here, and you just added on it because it just happened to have collision.
Actually, what this was is completely custom. There's no collision at all from the original walkway, or from this spot down, I believe. Yeah, this cliff side here. This collision here is basically a duplicate of up here.
Oh.
But yeah, all this down here had nothing. And in the original, I really hate that I covered it up, and I wish I could have done something. I might go back and do something a little different. But you could originally see the river behind there that goes to this little town. And I still really want to do something with this little town here.
There's no collision here.
And there's another one. Yeah, there's no collision. There's even a little town over here.
Yeah, that's so cool. Damn,
yeah, there's so many cool details outside this map.
If you ever figure out custom collision, we're in for a spin.
Oh, if custom collision would be the biggest game changer, or at least finding the workflow to make it easy for myself.
Yeah.
because then that it's endless. Because basically the collision is the shape that determines the map.
Mm-hmm.
And making map pieces from that would be even easier because I already have a shape to work from.
Yeah.
But yeah, custom collision pieces would be so good. Big game changer.
Yeah. What you did here was really cool. I really liked the Vanguard that you added on the bridge, the tower, just everything. And then also once you get to Blacksmith Baldwin or Ed, which one is the one
I think
here? Ed?
Ed's here, yeah.
Once you get to Blacksmith Ed,
Yeah.
fucking when you get to that other part from his platform area. Yeah, there. Can you get like all that stuff you added there? I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and I wanted to make it all interconnect. So no matter what way you came from, whether you drop down, went to Ed's, you can go down here, or if you went from here, you can always go back up, and then the wraparound back here.
Yeah.
So it's all interconnected and kind of looping. Even that little drop down to get the item, you loop back around.
You know, that's really cool, honestly.
I will put out something that I did add relatively recently that I don't think you saw. Ah, here it is. Okay, you remember, the notorious drop down from where this guy is?
I tried doing that glitch. That was there when that bridge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I tried doing that, but I knew it was a glitch thing where I had to roll on top of the rail. I just forgot how to do it.
And I will tell you, 60 FPS does mess with rolling glitches. Like, especially in Shrine of Storms, 60 FPS makes it significantly harder to land that roll.
Yeah.
On that skip. But yeah, once you make that skip, you can either drop back down after getting the miners up here, or you can continue back around, because this had collision all the way up to it. So I was like, I'll utilize that as best I can, and then I used object pieces to kind of line up under here. But you can walk along all of this and go back down here and down to this little section. Because all this is also a part outside the map that you would never get to see or look at.
I missed out on something cool. That's sick. I didn't get to
you at least get
this.
to go down here and get an item.
Is the item worth it?
It is one of the soul items you get to exchange for spell.
Oh wow. Okay, I did. Oh, and you also added
but you can still pick up the drop from the miners. It's just really rare.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so much stuff they didn't mess with in Stone Thing too. There's all this, and there's one little spot that I'd like to maybe get to if I can find it. Where it's at? I think it's over here near the lever we pull. Oh, did I go too far? I think I went too far.
What game are you making? I'm not making a game. It's a mod.
Yeah, this is we're in Map Studio, just kind of looking at the modded map files I was doing in Demon Souls. I am having a hard time finding that spot now. Okay, so from the wheel, go this way. Okay, I was right. This all down here. This all has collision. Like these wooden ramp things and everything. But this is right here where you pull the lever to stop the water. It's just over this railing. But you get rid of like there's collision all down through here. Like that whole roof has collision on it. That has collision.
Again, it makes you think if it's just scrapped idea or cut content.
Yeah, because why would they add collision to all this stuff if you're never going to walk on it?
Yeah. That's really cool. God damn, there's so much cool stuff that, like, I wonder if Sony gave them more time to cook, Oh.
Yeah, if they just gave them a little bit more time, I wonder what we would have got. Can't remember. I don't think I did a whole lot else other than
the tutorial.
The tutorial levels, that's right.
Yeah. You did do quite a lot to the tutorial, for sure.
Oh boy, this one didn't want to show up the textures really well. Let me try something really fast. This might look funky.
Okay.
Enable texturing. Boom, there we go.
It is funky.
Yeah, this is more for like, this is what I use for ease of use to like pick between items when like their textures are really close to the same, but they're different objects.
Oh, okay.
It's just kind of easier to like see things. But starting off in the beginning, I added, none of these trees are really here. I kind of prettied the place up with that. So whenever you're like actually in here and you look out.
Yeah. Same for the cutscene too.
Mm-hmm. The cutscene's actually down here.
Oh, wow.
I forgot to, the cutscene's on a completely separate level and collision from the rest of the map. And you would spawn down in here and walk towards this opening in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're walking into the actual fissure they talk about.
Yeah.
To wind up here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If we come back up here. Yeah. So I cluttered up the place with a few boxes, added a few things, and there's that body hanging out there.
Yep, cool detail.
I cut out this collision and made it to where you can actually walk through here. So it's kind of like the whole tutorial turned into like more or less a personal playground where like no matter where you go, you can always come back to different sections of the map. And this is what I was talking about, like right here.
Yeah.
That it's literally a hallway all the way down to where the next map would start. Like I think the original two maps are supposed to be together.
Yeah.
And if I load the second one,
they would load perfectly.
Boom.
Yep.
Look.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was supposed to line up. And even on the second level, it does the same. Well, that's a off-shooting piece, but there we go. But yeah, you go straight up through here.
Caleb sure does look like a dumb boy. Are you right? Yeah. Yeah.
This is probably blocked off by this gate here. You never get to go past that spot. Yeah,
it's cool. You just move it like that. Wow.
Right. That's the ease. That I will have to make a big thank you to. I think their name is Catalash, but it's on their GitHub page. They're the ones who made DS Map Studio. And they made it optimized and workable for Demon Souls. So without their work, I wouldn't be able to do any. Yeah, or like edit, move stuff around.
That's cool as hell.
This is another little area you won't ever get to, is this little area we get to see from the entry over there.
Which I always thought was enterable, but which it was. It was at one point supposed to be enterable.
Yeah.
And adding a soul down there was really cool, honestly. And then that's just an object. I always wondered if you could get rid of that door, but no, it's just an actual object or like a wall.
This one has collision, but like on these where they intended the player to actually go through, it's just a plain object file.
Yeah, that's funny.
Then I got the lever down here to work up,
which is really cool.
Yeah, that was pretty fun to get going, and that was like the big starting point in my scripting, or like learning how to script in LuaScript.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple, like a lot more simple than I thought it would be.
Really?
Reading it isn't really the hard part. It's just it's kind of like knowing what plus and minus do in math. That's like the biggest thing, because you can have all these numbers and everything side by side, but knowing what plus does what and what minus does what, that's the big difference in just like, for me anyway, was distinguishing what does what. It gets complicated because in the LuaScript here, a lot of the descriptors are in like Japanese, so you have to like, translate a lot of it. But when you translate it, it pretty much word for word tells you exactly how the script itself works.
That's kind of hilarious, but I guess it's like ease of use to remember things.
Yeah, and it's funny because a lot of them are like, "Hey, waiting for map script. Data for the event is set, but the map script is not in yet." And it'll have like little notes and stuff from the developers to each other in the script. And it's kind of cool. You kind of get a story of like how they were talking to each other.
That's really cool.
And even then, sometimes it's like reminder notes to themselves too.
No, that's sick, honestly.
It's like you get to peek into their little diary of life while they were working on it. Now, this room is actually a lot of edited collision. I cut out the wall here. All I did was just delete that.
Yeah.
And the map piece is actually from the cut tutorial map that we never got to see. It actually has a doorway like in it that's set up for that gate, which is why I made that in the mod, because in the test or the cut tutorial map, it was like you were supposed, once you defeated him, that gate would rise and you're supposed to walk all the way to Dragon God, because there's a tunnel here that goes down to Dragon God, but there's no collision or anything in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like it's almost like all three maps are supposed to be one map, and they split them up into three. Because even this goes all the way to Dragon God's tunnel here and goes down. But Dragon God's tunnel actually has collision in it. It's just blocking off this. Like they just put a collision wall there.
Which you could probably easily delete, I think.
Yeah, I could, since that's just one big old block, I could probably just delete that section. Or even just like grab the corners and drag them in. Maybe match it up to that wall.
Wow. Yeah, no, I knew that the tutorial was very interconnected. I think the tutorial is the most interconnected of anything else, because it feels like at first they wanted to make things really like one big thing, kind of like what they are now in later Souls franchise. But the PS3 just couldn't handle that with what they were working with at the time, so then they had to split them up.
Yep, I'd say 100%. That's why we have them. Even the level system, the way it's set up, is why it is.
Yeah,
because of loading.
So like, yeah, no, that's cool as hell, man. Man, that's so cool.
But
and also, Dragon God's Arena.
Pretty much all of it, really.
Yeah, Dragon God's Arena is like, I think it's so cool that Dragon God has two completely different arenas just for him. Like, that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I did was I did import the back of his arena from the other place. So it's kind of, I wanted it to kind of seem like you're coming in from the back side of the side you can see in his arena. You actually like fight him in like the boss room.
No, that's
so it's like
cool
the tutorial
idea.
leads to the back side of his room.
That's a cool idea for sure. I like that. That's sick.
But yeah, cool. That's the expanded mod. You guys got to have the backroom view of pretty much everything.
Well, I guess there's one thing I want to try and do first. Before we end stream, everyone, I will try and do that thing that I missed out on real quick.
Oh yeah, what we were talking about the other day.
No, just now.
Oh, my bad. I'm halfway thinking between the other day and today.
No, you're fine. I'll try and show that one cool. I did miss one cool theme that they added to the Stone Pain Tunnel. And I gotta go through the tutorial, unfortunately, because the the Warp to 6.2 currently has a weird funky glitch for it. So I have to do this for the time being. And I have to die to Vanguard, because also the Warp to the Nexus is a bit screwy at the moment as well.
Yeah, the mod that's up now, the only crashes you may encounter are in 1.1 or 1.1 and 1.2, as far as what I've seen people reporting. And sometimes it seems to be dependent on the new armor, if you're wearing it or not, or it may be random.
So if I go all the way here, and take everything off, so the Vanguard can touch me. Fucking scary. Do your worst, Vanguard. Sit
Yo,
on me.
you're doing pretty darn good.
For what?
For going barehanded.
Alright, there we go. I have to do this because the Nexus warp is all fucked right now for this version alone, not the current version on Nexus.
Yeah, not the current. Yeah, the current version, I think the only crashes it has are in 1.1 and 1.2 occasionally.
Yeah. What's up, Are you doing? You're so late? Hey, Bonk Boy, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. Enjoy your stay.
But those crashes are being worked on currently. That's actually part of what I stayed up last night doing.
Fair enough. Alright, so if I go down here and die again. I do that every time. I've done that twice now.
You're used to that big block being over there over the stairs.
Yes, I have. Muscle memory is doing me a disservice right now. We're gonna go down to Feint Tunnel. Alright, here. TP. Oh, the Archstone is sealed. Fuck, I can't check it out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. The other Archstones have a script where you can't even activate them until you beat the first one.
Oh,
I completely forgot about that.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, wellsies.
Oh, on that note, then yeah, everyone who is on the stream, this was the anyone who's been watching since the beginning, or if you're new to watching, if you just joined the stream, we just went over the cut content for Demon Souls with the mod project that this mod author is working on. So what you guys got to see, oh no, hold on, I got to take this out, add this in, so what you got to see was, there we go. Is that the same as, that's the same. All right, anyways, so what you got to see was the cut content of the 6th Archstone, the Land of the Giants, being restored to what is available. He's not doing anything crazy. He's not trying to like add like crazy shit to it that for what it could have been. Just working with what's already there. So restoring what's already there and then adding on to it with already existing stuff, with like ported stuff from like Dark Souls 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, which is honestly really cool.
Yeah, the main goal is just to make it a playable area, to at least give the player something like to go to and experience, rather than just an empty plane.
Yeah. So if you missed the beginning of the stream, you're more welcome to check out the beginning. We went through all of the 6th Archstone that's available, with everything that Star Awesome has added, which is really cool. Then we went through all of Map Studio with more of the cut 6 Archstone stuff and everything that he's done. Also going on, all like the developer thought process on what we could see in theories and whatnot, and then all the other Archstone areas of what has been added. If you like this, if you like what you saw, and you want to support this mod and the mod creator, you can go to nexusmods.com. I have the mod linked in the description below. It is called Demon Souls Expanded Mod Collection. Now, for the current version on Nexus Mods, you will not have access to the 6th Archstone yet, but what you saw here on stream is a sneak peek to a feature update where you will be able to access it. So if you're looking forward to playing this mod, and you would definitely love to play the Land of the Giants yourself in the future, do keep an eye on that mod. Again, links in the description below, nexusmods.com, expanded mod collection, and you can definitely check it out and play it for yourself. It's really cool. I recommend it if you're a Demon Souls head, or if you at least have played Demon Souls once already and you want to get into a fresh experience for Demon Souls again. I definitely recommend this mod. It's really cool. Or if you'd rather watch someone else play it, you can visit my previous streams. I've already done a whole playthrough of this mod, minus the cut Archstone stuff that we showed you today. And you can just see me play it for yourself instead in background noise, whatever the fuck you care for. And yes, reminder to like the stream, I guess. Thank you, Drinks. But otherwise, this is the end of tonight's stream. Thank you for everyone who joined. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day, night. Get good sleep, all the stuff that I always say. And I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.
Take it easy.
Goodbye, y'all. Ooh, jump scare.